flavor for the terrain we're in. But I don't know if anybody else has any.
I'm a big fan of stretching rules at times because it's funny. So for the magic casters of this party, this is an idea I'm technically stealing from another campaign, but I'm not going to name it. Somebody came up with the concept of what they call the Arcana Overclock, which is essentially you get to boost one of your spells so it does more than what it normally would do, but at the cost of something. So for example, you said you'd like to kind of like make a wall of cacti with the dark brambles spell,
or at least just like a patch to help block the area behind us.
Right? Because I mean, you could just cast a spell normally, and it might impede one of them a little bit, but it's kind of easily avoided due to the mechanics of it only being like one square on a map, even though we're not.
It grows, like it is as big or as wide as the magic you put into it. So if I could make it like
so it.
4 to 8.
See, this is why we're doing the test session. So I didn't know you can put in a certain amount of magic points into this to make the spell as effective as you want. Okay, that's good to know. So ignore everything I said about the overclock. How big of a patch did you have in mind then of these dark brambles?
Fantastic question. I will check it. The specifics of if it's like 1 square per like 1 bit of MP, or if it's like
that I would not know. Let me go back really quick. It was page 131. Scroll down. Dark brambles. Yeah, so it costs 3 tokens to do just 1 square by 2 squares tall. Or sorry, 3 tokens to, sorry, that's 3 tokens to have the spell prepared.
Yeah, it's 3 tokens to have it.
What does it cost?
It's a blast 8 of 8. It costs 8 magic, and it's a blast range 3.
Okay, so you could do 2 squares of this, but based on what I'm reading on your character sheet, you would only be able to get 2 squares.
Wait, I just gave all the wrong stats. So it's 1 magic per square, which is bound magic, so you can't use any more. Yeah, and then willpower unaccompanied squares within 8 squares. So it's,
so theoretically, you could make. You said it was one magic power per square.
Yes, and the range is
so theoretically you could do up to probably as many magic points as you have, which is 16. I don't know if you want to spend all of your magic points on this wall. I'll be nice, and since this is a test session, let you know if you do like 4, that would be a good enough obstacle to grant you a success.
Okay.
If you wanted to, you could also additionally do 3 and then try to roll. Give me 1 second. There's a roll 3, or you could spend 3 to do 3 spaces, and then also roll an influence check to kind of like see if you can almost like. I don't know if I'm reading influence correctly, but almost kind of like juke them out around these in a sense.
For sake of testing out all of the stuff, I will do the 3 and then the influence check, and I will.
Cool. So the DC, I believe all these checks are made with D20s like normal 5e, correct spells?
Yes.
Okay, so so you cast those, make sure to mark off those magic points, those 3 how would you describe this looking? Because you're in the desert, you mentioned kind of cactus-esque, so are you specifically having cacti grow out of the ground, or do you have a kind of special flair?
I'd like to think that since I know for a fact that, tumbleweeds and the whatnot are absolutely also a thing, I guess I'm thinking the terrain of Choose the Kingdom, but I'm assuming there might still be things like
you could for the most part say the deserts from every Zelda game are getting kind of mashed together here. So if there's something in one game and I like it enough, you could go ahead and bring it over. So tumbleweed, thumbs up.
Okay, cool. So just a big old patch,
like a big tangle of tumbleweed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tumbleweed and cacti and just anything sharp. And
Okay. Conglomeration.
Yeah. The
cool.
biggest idea is just to make it so you don't want to walk through it. It looks just like
pick and pokey.
Yeah, I love that. So this like I don't know how squares are 5 feet in D&D, correct? So
yes.
2 squares tall. This is a 10-foot wall of brambles and straw and dried grass, cacti. It is kind of gross looking, and it is massive. Just
beautiful.
Like out of the ground. Like really like a disturbing sight to see. It kind of for a moment you see the eyes widen on these Gerudo women who are chasing after you. You do still have to make the influence check. The DC is 12.
Okay. Now do we have a specific thing we are rolling through, like specific app, or just whatever dice I have?
If you have physical dice, go ahead. I go by the honor system because I like my own die. So
no, that's fair. We'll have to figure out where I put all my die, but I got a thing. 16 plus my.
Good grief. Okay.
That's over dirty 20.
Yeah, that's enough. So you put up this wall, you do a little hop skip around it like you're playing basketball, and juke the fuck out of this Gerudo soldier who does not have your agility and goes whack right into this wall of gross.
That's beautiful. I naturally get to walk through all this anyway because I'm a Deku Scrub, so I even
that's so much better. I like the idea. You know that? Oh god, what's that? It's like the Homer Simpson meme of him just like phasing into the bush. That is exactly what happens. You just phase into this gross mess of different biological plants, and just like you disappear with the what could almost be described as a Deku smirk, and the Gerudo soldier just thwack right into this shit. They're tangled for a minute before falling to their knees, kind of like it's sticking, just really uncomfortable.
My finger guns as I back up.
Incredible.
That's
cool.
Fantastic. I love it.
We're already up to a great start. I love everything about this. Anybody want to make a different check after that? That is one success. I will mark it down. That's one success.
I have a question, just because, again, fish definitely out of water. With the fact that I'm guessing we're right on sand, am I going to be having any kind of difficult terrain situation? Because I got flippers for feet.
Yes, actually. So you are. I need you to roll a d20 for me.
Okay, what am I rolling for?
That's a good question. You are making a fortitude check.
Fortitude. Oh,
Ooh.
fuck. Okay. Okay. D20. Where the fuck? Well, you're a D20. 16. And I've got 1 point in my fortitude, so that would be a +1, right?
Yes, so that's 17 total, which you succeed and do not gain a point of exhaustion. So,
Oh, God.
very lucky, but the DC does go up every round.
Oh, no!
Oh no.
Fuck.
The fish out of very physical water. I'm very physically a fish out of water. I love it.
Oh, fuck.
This is
running
the best terrain
the
and
entire
that's the
time.
fish out of water.
Oh,
Going
God.
through their head. Why am I
You
here?
okay?
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, goodness. Okay, my drink hit the back of my throat because I was...
Oh
I'm good. I'm good.
no. Okay. All right. The goal is not to kill the DM. All right.
No, the goal is to kill the DM.
Actually,
if you
yeah.
kill the DM, the encounter ends.
Yeah, if you
Kill
kill
all
the DM,
enemies.
you win, right?
TM's also rocking a badass fur coat, so
That is true. This is a piece left over from my Pura cosplay from New York Comic Con of 2024.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll probably send a picture of that later for you guys to have fun looking at. I was with my best
you
friend.
looked
Who
great
was,
when you did that, by the way.
I think they were doing a Hades character.
Mhm.
So we were a very interesting duo at Comic Con. Anyway, back to D&D. Anybody want to make any other checks?
I got one. No one else has one.
No, go ahead.
I would like to try to use command to get them to stand down.
Command is now that's a curse.
It's essentially intimidate.
All right. This is gonna be a difficult DC. I'm letting you know because you stole from them and then you hit one of them with a wall of ouch.
Wall of ouch.
Flipping them off, essentially.
Yes, exactly.
The DC is 18. Go ahead and roll for
All
me.
right, I'll take that gamble. The ideal here is less to necessarily get them to stop completely. If they do, that's incredible. But maybe get them to stop for a second.
I do, I should be fair and let you know there are failures. If you fail this, I mark down successes and failures. Once you reach 3, there starts being genuine consequences.
Oh,
So
God.
Just-
Ooh.
No,
You're
I hear you, boss, but this is my best bet.
consider carefully, but go ahead.
This is my best bet, boss.
Not you forwarding the pictures, Sonny, while
I was like, I know you shared them, and I know where you shared them. It just took a little bit of a Discord search.
that's funny. Okay.
You looked good in that cosplay, Mel. You
I
looked
did.
awesome.
Oh god, it took a lot of work to pull that together.
You look great.
I forgot the glasses hilariously. Well, actually, I didn't forget the glasses. The ones that I got from the 2 cosplays because I had to like kit bash 2 cosplays together to fit my body, and the both pairs of glasses I got from the cosplays were terribly made. So I just ended up kind of doing away with them, and then I lost the chopsticks like 30 minutes into the con.
Oh no.
Oh,
It was fine. We took all the good pictures pretty much before the con, and then everything else from there was just kind of like, yeah, whatever.
I was gonna say that makes sense.
But getting back to D&D, Echo, do you have that check?
I don't have anything good to do.
I have it for you. But I got you. Yeah. It is unfortunately just 17.
Oh,
I
What
want
did,
to-
what did I say the DC was?
18.
18.
Oh, you were 1 short. That's
Oh.
that's horrible. That's 1 failure.
Alas, happens. It was my best.
It's like, yeah,
It was my
it's like-
best shot with what I got.
All right. That's 1 success, 1 failure. I'm not going to let you know how many are required to succeed, but it's more than the amount of failures before you have consequences. Now, when I say consequences, this does not automatically mean like damage or death. It could just mean capture. So just
Capture
bear all...
turns into a rescue mission.
Well, it's a group effort. So like if you got 3 failures and I decided that the punishment was capture, you would be taken in as a group. But anyway, so yes.
Could I do a perception check to see if I might be able to spot like any kind of cave or twist or turn or something that might be able to help us throw the Gerudo off our tail?
Hell yeah, give me that perception check.
It's a +3 to that. I can't do much. I'm literally just spec to heal.
Actually, I'm debating whether that's more of a perception check or a nature check based on what you're looking for. Because if you're just looking for like objects that could help you, that would be a perception check. But if you're looking for terrain options in which to kind of lose them with, I feel like that'd be more of a nature check. So, unless you could sufficiently convince me otherwise.
I mean, nature says it's your knowledge of animals, critters, and naturally made monsters.
Oh, okay.
So not
So yeah,
necessarily.
I guess it
terrain.
would be a perception check.
All right. I mean, I stopped the roll because I was like, wait a minute, wait.
I'm used to.
I ain't gonna see shit. I got an 8.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not quite enough. So that's another failure.
Sorry, guys.
Can I take my little sword and shield and I wanna cut off like any nearby rolling cactus and then use my shield to kind of like bat it in their direction to make obstacles for them to have to run around.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be. We're gonna call that a mechanics check. Under the power section. So go ahead and give me that mechanics check, because this sounds like you're trying to essentially do the Skyward Sword like bomb bowling, but with a cacti. Which I love the concept, I really do. But it's definitely not simple strength for sure.
Yeah. So that just add my mechanics, which is only a 1. So I will say, do you have a target in mind? Are you like are you aiming for one Gerudo in particularly, or are you just kind of like pot shotting hoping you get lucky? I'm just sort of like pot shotting hoping I get lucky.
All right. So the DC probably gonna be about 11.
Okay.
A nice odd number.
5.
Oh boy, that's 3 failures.
Oh no!
Wow, what a fantastic way to start this. I love this so much, guys.
Well, nothing bonds people together like breaking out of prison together.
Fantastic. Yeah. Actually, you know what? This is the failure total of 3. So I will be nice enough to say that they do not immediately capture you and just take you away. What does happen is we'll say the taller characters, Dorn and Rurin, the 2 remaining Gerudo soldiers who have been keeping pace with you guys have caught up and have grabbed you by the arm. You are now grappled. So your speed is reduced to 0. And the skill challenge will continue, but you guys are impeded by the fact that you will now be rolling your checks, Dorn and Ruin, at disadvantage. So
fair enough.
Yeah. So with that being said, what do we want to try, guys? You can move to try to de-grapple your friends, people who are not grappled. That is a check for sure. But the DC will be difficult because these are 6-foot muscle mommies, and you are small woodland children.
I know what I'm doing.
Sure. Yeah. What's the plan, Spells?
All right. Tila's going to see that and go, let go of my friends. Hop on her wolf and just charge.
Okay. So you're doing. So who's actually making the attack here? You or the wolf?
Probably the wolf, because we're not aiming to slice. It's just tackle.
Okay, sure. So then let's see, where is the wolf stat sheet?
On the very bottom, 3rd page or 4th page. I lied.
Okay, so it is size large. Okay. So this is. I'm not going to call this proper combat, so we don't have to take this in turns. We'll almost treat it like a surprise round, right, wherein you will get this attack for free. You still have to roll. So essentially, this is where we get to introduce the combat a little bit, where, let me pull up the stat sheet. So there's not an armor class with this game mechanic, but there is a defense.
Mm-hmm.
And so
yeah,
I know
defense only comes in the damage section.
What are you rolling again? Oh, right. You there's defense, evasion, and vitality, and so you pick the highest for monster creation. You pick the highest number for their what you roll against. Okay, so these guys have even though it's not an armor class, for them, just for simplicity's sake, the AC you have to beat is 12 in order to hit them.
Okay.
Which is pretty high, but again, I wasn't expecting you guys to fight them.
Yeah.
So, and then so you roll. I think it's to roll to hit. You have to roll 2d6 and add your.
I got it right here. Would like me to read it?
Yeah, if you could, that'd be really appreciated.
All right. To hit, you need to roll 2d6. Then you add your accuracy and whatever weapon bonus you have. And this is against the target's concentration, evasion, or vitality specified by the attack's text.
Yeah.
Okay,
So yeah, so you essentially need to get a 10 or higher in order to succeed on this. We'll say that this, pounce attack, in quotations, we'll call it that, would, undo the grapple, and that would be a success in the skill check.
Okay, yeah, so blue has strike 2, hit check +6, and an accuracy of 2. So I'm going to...
Oh, shit. Never mind then.
It is easier to hit.
In order to succeed, you would need a 4. Yeah, I think you'd need like a 4 or more.
Yeah, blue's also a large creature, so.
Yeah, I'm just now realizing how that's probably gonna be. I did also hear that.
Really?
All right, yeah. So go ahead and roll.
I thought it was music for a moment. I was like, wait, Kim Possible? What's Kim
Yeah, that's fine. I got a text message.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll me that. Roll to hit.
All right, blue possible 12.
12. That is the DC. So your wolf blue, like very gruff, very like mean dog noises. You just get up, my friends, hop on top of it. It just like full, when you're playing Twilight Princess and the gold dog, which is the hero shade, like jumps or like pounces on you. Imagine that exactly. Just the immediate pounce onto this Gerudo woman, knocking them on their back. They are now prone. That is one success towards the skill challenge. And Dorn, that was the Gerudo holding you. You are now free. No longer grappled, no longer at disadvantage.
Yeah, let's go, let's go.
Well done. Honestly, well done. But we're still in the skill challenge. So who's next?
I'll go to the one that's got Ruin and use Race Slip. If I successfully hit them, they are off balance, and I'm assuming it's very difficult to.
Yeah, that would definitely break the grapple for sure. So go ahead, roll that roll to hit.
Okay. For magic, let me just work that off.
You guys are definitely going to be earning some tokens after this, because this is basically like combat, but like I'm like it's combat. It's diet combat. That's the word I'm just looking for. It's
Diet combat. I love that.
Combat.
The LaCroix of combat.
The cry of combat. Okay. So.
Oh boy.
If it is a magic spell, does it use the same 2d6, or is it just an equal?
No,
It's
actually, if I'm
mainly a
correct, spells automatically work. Like you just, I don't.
Yes.
And
Does
it
spells
is against your
automatically work?
concentration.
You don't have to roll to hit on a spell or technique, as long as that specific thing doesn't say you have to hit.
Yeah,
what you're rolling is to see if the effect happens.
So, okay, it says right here, roll to hit target's concentration.
Okay, so
So you
I need to. Okay, so I need to look at their concentration.
But
Pretty
I'm
good,
assuming
but not in.
20 then? Or,
No, you're still rolling the 2d6 plus your plus your accuracy plus whatever the spell gives to hit. I don't know. Do spells give a modifier to hit?
I think it's your.
I don't believe so.
No.
Wait.
no.
No.
Looking at all of my spells, all of my spells have willpower in them. So
Yeah, like I know I have damage that gets added.
Yeah, I think the damage is willpower.
okay.
Yeah.
So
But it doesn't look like anything else, like roll-wise.
So yeah, but they're it's not concentration. I'm mixing up words here. What did you say it was against? It was against their
Concentration.
concentration. Yeah, so their concentration isn't the highest. It's only an 8, which means you have to I don't know what your plus to hit is, but
Okay, so I can do it as melee or projectile. I don't know if there's something I have to specifically add. Like if I need to add accuracy or anything, I think I'm just gonna do melee.
yes, you do add accuracy. So it's the 2d6 plus your accuracy.
Oh, with my accuracy, the question. Oh, okay, it's just plus 2.
And so you just have to beat their concentration of 8, which is not super high.
I'm gonna see if I got that to work.
I'm just imagining any projectile like spell coming from our little Dooku friend as a like in Majora's Mask where you have the magic bubbles that you spit. That's all my head is imagining. That's all I'm imagining right now.
That's absolutely fair. I'm pretty much like, I don't know, using my hands and the stick that I have that I use to get tall things, since I didn't until recently have reach, and now I have tall friends. So I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10, yeah. So how does this? So this spell makes them. You said it knocks them off their balance, correct?
Yes, the target will be off balance.
Yeah. So you hit them with this spell. Which how does this manifest compared to?
I'm gonna say that my stuff is kind of depending on the environment based, because I feel like that just makes sense being a little tiny tree. But magic.
Right.
Yeah.
So essentially then I'm gonna just take my staff and like spin it around like a spaghetti in the wall and just kind of whip it at the person.
Oh, okay. So
or like come up behind him and poke him with a giant staff of little brambles.
I love the second idea so much more because you just go for the knee. You do that shit that people always did in high school of hitting the back of the knee, causing it to buckle.
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
I am just flat out taking a twirled up spaghetti
Oh my God.
just the most dried, dead looking plants and just stabbing this poor person in the back of the knee.
Fantastic. Yeah. So
Oh.
they take a bramble to the knee. And their knee buckles. They just immediately like fall, not like fully fall, but like they falter. And in faltering, they loosen their grip, which gives, which releases the grapple on Ruin. Ruin, you are no longer rolling at disadvantage. That is another success. I think that's 4 total successes. I'm gonna be really nice. You guys only need 1 more to get away from these guys. So, whoever would like to take that chance, but if on the converse, if you get 1 more failure, the consequence meter goes up. So, who wants to take the chance? Who wants to roll the die?
I'm going to allow everybody else to have chances to die.
I'm almost tempted to try one of my spells and just like do it as a like not actually hit them, but see if it might be able to spook them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at my Zola's fireball and I'm debating.
I'm sorry, fireball?
Yeah.
I have a Zola's fireball. I need to
I need to get to the
I need to
get to the spells page so I know what this does.
page 142.
Very funny that the fish out of water who is currently drying up like like a bit of jerky, just like dying in the desert, decides to light the bramble wall on fire.
Okay.
Wait a minute, I could.
Wait, hold the fuck up. This spell has no description. It just says 3 tokens, cost 3 magic, range projectile 8, and damage weapon plus willpower fire. That's it.
Yeah.
You cannot, whoever wrote this book, fuck you, because you cannot just drop something like Zola's fireball and no description when every other one has something. Like, come on, man.
I think it's pretty much referencing
It's a
the
fireball. You know what it
fireballs
is.
from like the first Zora, or from the first Zelda.
Yeah,
Where
where
you
the
have,
Zora there
Please,
can just like
please, doesn't
spit
have
fire
it.
you.
Right, okay.
There's a,
Alright, so
there's a couple of them that have no effect, but they're all essentially fireball, but different flavor.
all right, so here's the thing. You with this fireball, where are you planning to hit?
I was hoping to land it right in front of their feet, or like maybe a couple. It's like 6 inches, half a foot to a foot in front of them. Not actually hurting, like hitting anybody, not aiming to hurt, but just wanting to spook, if possible.
Okay.
I mean, I
So
just
you're-
spooked
have to
if a
kinda
fish
jump
person
back a
suddenly
little.
shot fire at me.
for sure, that's horrifying. But I'm just trying to make sure that we're not accidentally delving too far into combat. So, but yeah, so
This
I'm
fish is
gonna
currently
actually,
struggling.
yeah. So you are, yeah. So this is going to be,
3 magic.
you're
Ma-
going to do the spell, and then you will have to make an influence check. But with the fact that it is a fish casting fireball, I will give you advantage on this check. So.
Okay, so I'm looking at it. Projectile 8, is that like the base damage it does? For spells, do you know? Or owl, or
Projectile, I believe that's the number of squares that it moves.
Yeah.
Like the distance.
Yeah, that's the range. So
Yeah, like it's range.
that's as far as it would go. These guys are like 10 feet away. No, actually, you just got degrappled, so they're like within like melee distance, 5 feet. So I just be warned that like if this is something that it doesn't say that it has like a radius, quite like regular 5e fireball would, but if you're trying to make it work as such, make sure you're not getting caught up in this.
Oh yeah, no, I'd be backing away, like I'd be moving away, like backwards away from them, and then doing
Okay.
a fireball.
So moving a couple of feet.
Weapon plus willpower. What weapon would that be? Oh god, I still don't fully understand everything.
No, you're
Would that
good.
be, like using my Zora rod then?
So here's the thing. You're casting a spell. Spells automatically, or it's not that they automatically succeed. It's like spells. How do they word it? It's like,
I have it. Spells and techniques automatically succeed. All rolls that are associated with them are to determine if the secondary effect of that technique or spell takes effect.
yeah.
So you
So this doesn't
automatically-
have a secondary effect. So if you say you cast this and it creates this kind of like difficult terrain of a fire like pit or spot in front of these guys, that succeeds. The actual check you have to roll is the influence check for the fear factor of like, do they want to just give up on this chase because fireball from fish, which again you're at advantage because why does the fish
roll
know fireball?
Roll twice, take the higher of the two for advantage.
Correct.
And
The
it's
DC,
influence.
yes, the DC is still going to be high though. It's going to be
Oh yeah.
like, well, not super high. It'll be 15, but again, rolling at advantage. So
Okay, hang on, let me find. I have 2d12s. Rain? 2d20s. Just gonna use that one. Okay. I have a +2 to my influence.
Okay.
Dirty 20!
Nice.
dirty 20. Yeah.
The
so
other one was a 2! The other one was a 2, so.
Yeah,
Ooh,
let's go. Nicely done.
we thank the D&D
We
gods
thank
today
that
for the fish that
we
knows
thank
fireball.
Hylia.
Thank highly that the fish knows fireball. On the list of sentences I never thought I'd say. Yeah, so you have a rod, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so with your rod, you just kind of right in front of you. Just obviously you've backed away enough safe distance, 15-ish feet, to make sure you don't get caught up in the blaze, and then you boom cast this Zola's fireball, which then erupts on the ground and just fire like just cackling in front of these Gerudo
I
woman.
yell as I'm walking away. Just like,
And they kind of like stumble back. Both of them are kind of like, one's on the ground, one is like still recovering from being like jabbed in the knee, and so they like, one of them like does that kind of like backwards crawl you do trying to get away from something when you're on your ass, and the other one just kind of like jumps back, and with that, you guys are now given a significant lead on these Gerudo women, enough to the point where you can kind of turn a corner and get to the pass between the desert and Hyrule Field. Welcome to Hyrule Field. You guys made it out of the skill challenge perfectly alive.
Thank God.
And no
We're out of the desert.
no damage taken. A minor failure turned hilarious knee stabbing, and what did we do to get Dorn free?
Wolf tackle.
Wolf pounce and knee jab. The MVP of this fight, the merchant. You guys were hired to help steal this artifact. The artifact of which is this tiara with red and blue gems in it, which for the magic casters of the party, you guys, in the backstory of this, random one-shot test session, had discovered it had elemental energy in it for sure. You didn't know quite what yet, but you guys did. You guys could just tell that it had that kind of power in it. This belongs to somebody very important, but they don't matter because you guys made it out of the desert. So, from here, what would you guys like to do? Because this is where we get really freaky with it, and I set you loose on a world with absolutely no control over your actions.
If we find any water, I'm diving into it for a moment. I need to rehydrate. I need to rehydrate.
Wait, here's a question. Who has the tiara? Who's holding it?
That would be Deku.
Okay.
Who they were the one who wanted it, so they're the one who took it.
Ooh, look at it, it's so pretty and shiny.
Yes.
I don't remember why that's not canon character.
Yeah.
We'll see if the dice disagree.
Listen, these motivations were created an hour ago when the stream started. So
fair enough. I'm just gonna be looking at it going, it's so pretty and shiny. I don't remember why I wanted this.
I love the idea of your character being like, this is so cool that we got this. I don't know how to use it. Throws it away.
Like, excellent. I finally have a nice hat rack to put all my other hats on.
Oh boy.
I don't wear a hat, but this can go perfectly around my tiny little ponytail mullet thing. And I just wear it like a hat, no magic and, anything necessary.
I would like to make a point to say drawing a ponytail mullet is probably out of leaves. Ponytail mullet out of leaves is the hardest thing I will ever have done.
I know. I just surprised it worked as well as it did when I did it. because I guess I just normally do it anyway, so it's a little bit easier just to be like, where? But yeah.
But getting back to the campaign, in terms of water, there is no water nearby as of right now. But
I just checked the map. I was like,
for the most, if you're looking at the map of Hyrule, the closest body of water would be a small river that connects from the the west side into Lake Hylia. So if you guys wanted to make it there to kind of give your ally, the Zora, a little bit of a break from the heat, that's probably about an hour. It's probably about an hour's walk. And then honestly, you also know
I can also go for a little water. I'm not turning into sardines or to turkey or anything, but I would like some water.
Yeah.
I'm turning into fish jerky.
Yeah.
At least nobody had salt. At least nobody turned me into a salted fish.
Okay. So you're heading to the water. It takes about an hour to get there. You're not going to run into any issues on your way. Very simple trip. And here you are, arrived at the small stream, river, whatever you want to call it. It's deep enough for somebody to swim in, but not quite the great river that flows into Lake Hylia from the east side of the map. So
while we're walking, do you mind if I do some kind of check on it to on the tiara to get a better sense of magic or?
Sure, yeah, go ahead, give me an that should be an Arcana check.
Okay. I'm guessing it's just a D20.
Yes, D20 plus your Arcana modifier, which I don't know what yours is, but it should be good because you're a spellcaster.
You know, you'd think so. Ah!
That does not sound good.
It's not very convincing.
It's a 2.
It's a 2.
Ew.
Yeah,
Are you
After
sure
I'm
you're
done
looking at
paying,
the
like,
right
a-
sheet?
well, okay. The trait is 2. Did I switch that around? Like, I have enchanting and stuff, but I don't.
Okay, yeah.
If you want, after I've done my little soak in the river to rehydrate some, I can do an Arcana check on it as well.
I will happily pass
Just
it
stick it
over,
underwater so you can look at it underwater.
Okay, so I got a 15.
Oh, okay.
Like 2. So.
When you said 2, I thought you said your roll was a 2, and I was about to say, like, oh, you know nothing. But yeah, with the 15, you sense 2 elements fused into this tiara, one of fire and one of ice. It seems as if this was this is not something that quite empowers people so much as it is something that would what's the term I'm looking for here?
Protect?
Protect against?
It's almost like an arcane focus of sorts, where it's like this is where they would channel their power into. As far as applicable uses would be for you, not clear. You didn't quite hit the DC high enough to know how to really use it, if at all possible. So, but you do know information that would be hilarious if you know the lore of Ocarina of Time.
As soon as you mentioned Fire and Ice, it's like, I know who that belongs to. I know exactly who that belongs to.
Yup.
I'll chuck it to
Could it
Rudy
be?
LOL.
and let you look at it and...
Dorn doesn't know. Dorn doesn't know anything.
No.
Of Dorn being the hilariously, like, magically oblivious one of, like, I don't know what's going on
100%.
here.
I know how to punch things and cook food.
Best way to be.
I will make sure you are alive. All this magic bullshit for the rest of y'all.
I've never
be the
seen
healer, so
I've never seen the anime, but something that got popular in the past year or so is Delicious in Dungeon, I think it was called.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All I can imagine is just your character being that, like, dwarf who's really good at cooking.
Senshi.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I've seen clips of him cooking, and that man loves his job. Anyway, getting back to the game. So you got let's say you've made it to the river by now. Ruben is getting a nice, good soak. Feels wonderful by comparison to the desert. For our leafy friend, for our leafy friend, the Deku, their leaves seem to the saturation goes up on them a bit, almost as if you were getting just a tad bit dehydrated. But you're just a fun little.
It was just a little bit crispy. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
At least the fireball didn't hit you. That's a good thing.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
The person made a
There was
bullet.
part of me, if you had like really failed or something, I would have been like, do I need to like?
if they had failed,
roll to dive out of the
I highly considered having you do like an athletics check to be like, do they get hit by this? Because that'd be really funny. But
I didn't even do it. Yeah, that's fair.
and I'm pretty sure you're like what's the word? Not weak to fire, but like that's the word. You're vulnerable. So you take not double damage, but like extra or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
I would have been roasted Lucy. I would have been a roasted walnut.
Yeah.
I just thought of something.
Incredible.
Other than Ganon, do we really have to deal with anybody that has shock damage? Because that's what the Zora are weak to.
I can tell you right now, you won't be fighting Ganondorf. But
Thank God. We're not the hero of time.
Yeah, he's taking too long. 7 years? Come on! We have things to do. I have a timetable. I have to retire. I don't want to be in hell when I retire.
Oh boy. Okay.
I am waiting for some kids to grow up to save the world. I got stuff to do.
I'm
that circlet-
pushing 60. I can't be fighting Dark Lords anymore. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I am the Deku equivalent of like 30 to 40 years old. I'm a little bit in the same.
Yeah.
Quick question about the circlet.
Sure.
Because I'm very heavily wisdom spec'd. Because magic heals,
Right.
yay.
Sure.
If I want to do a check to see if maybe I recognize the circlet, I don't have history that I could search, but maybe since I'm not, we're just stuck in the domain, maybe I've read books on different magical artifacts.
Um,
I don't know what that would be for a roll.
a really good question, honestly.
100. On page 100, there is something about looking up lore. There's
Oh, there is. Okay.
I marked it on.
Let's look it up then. Page 100.
I figured we'd be referencing that one frequently.
You said 100. Let's see. During either short or extended rest,
Somewhere around.
heroes are resting in a place that has obvious scavenging opportunities to be scavenged.
Wait, lore seems like it might be up? Question mark? Combat based?
I was gonna say, if you just keep going down, you go through the different
There we go. Learning lore. There's a role for this. Okay. Learn information about a foe. This is, it seems to be more so based off of foes than it would. Oh, here we go.
It's
Okay.
technically
Seems mainly based towards enemies.
I will allow a civilization check on this to see if you know history about a magic artifact stolen from a
oh shit, I should have done that.
a faction. Here's what I'm gonna say about this. You stole an artifact that a random Deku merchant came up to you and commissioned you guys to steal from a group of warrior women who are led by a man who lost a war against the kingdom that you are currently taking refuge in against these people. Long and short of this to say, it's gonna be a high DC, but go right ahead.
It was a great idea. All around. Just an excellent problem.
Jonathan, I only have a +1 to my civilization, so...
Hey,
Nat 20, let's fucking go!
Yeah, let's go.
wait, what'd you say?
Natural 20!
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right, cool. You,
What?
by sheer dumb fucking luck, were in a library once and read about the
When you were learning Fireball.
when you were
Yes.
learning Fireball, you learned about a magical artifact utilized by a sorceress of the Gerudo tribe called Twin Rova, who had the dual ability of fire and ice. And a lot of the information was redacted, but you do know this. The tiara is filled with their essence, and thus to activate it, you'd almost have to behave like they do in order to bring out the magic sealed within.
Oh, God.
Do with it what you will.
Yeah, do you tell us this?
I would just go, I think I should recognize a circlet, guys. It's been a minute, and there wasn't a lot of info on it, but one of the libraries I visited, it mentioned a circlet of a Gerudo sorceress that went by Twin Rova. And I know that she's dangerous, but words are okay. Sorry, brain fart, brain fart.
Trust me, I get it.
Oh god, Sunny doesn't function on like 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
I would then go into what little I can recall about like the circlet itself. Other than, just, hey, this is Fundrova's circlet. Yeah, this is a dangerous artifact.
I can activate it. I can activate it. Tila's like she's on blue, still riding him, but she's just like her hand is in the air, like I can activate it. I got it. Let me try. Let me try.
Maybe we should be careful about, our clients' artifacts that we don't own.
Mr. Deku, can I please, or Mrs. Deku, or
trying to
Deku?
get better at. Yes, Tila.
Can I try, please? I'm so good at this kind of stuff.
I'd say maybe when you're older, but that doesn't really apply. So, maybe tomorrow. I kind of stole this because I want to study it, so I can get better at enchanting things, so that my quality of objects goes up.
Oh
I
boy!
didn't think about
Jeez.
stealing a magic witch's circlet.
Please,
I should have done more research.
please, I'll give it back. Real quick. Let me just try.
No, tomorrow you can ask. I'm not guaranteeing, but tomorrow you can ask.
Can Blue try?
Yes, Blue can try. Go right on ahead. Let Blue try.
So Umi scoops down to pick it up and then just drops it. Her little fairy scoops it to pick up the circle, and then it just drops it on the wolf's head. Yeah, we're a trio.
Oh boy.
The child,
Oh jeez.
guardian parent dog.
The DM regret of character creation.
It's like I gave, the problem is Spells is in charge of essentially 3 like characters, because they have to play a semi-sentient dog, a definitely sentient fairy companion, and their normal character. And I am gonna keep forgetting that some of these things exist, which is gonna be so much fun. Okay, cool. So you're legitimately having the dog try to use the circlet.
No, not
I'm
yet.
gonna go with the gap. I'm assuming it's not gonna do anything.
No, because as soon as Umi drops it, Tila's just gonna pick it up and stick it on her head.
No! I'm gonna grapple it back out of you. Okay.
Okay. I'm okay with PvP between players, as long as everybody else is okay.
Yeah.
And we only do one deciding check. So the fairy grabs it, drops it on the ground immediately. You're both going to reach for this. Give me contesting. Let me check the sheets here. Give me contesting athletics to see who can get to the tiara first.
We're over here and they're just kind of off to the side, I feel like.
Is it the 2d6 again?
It's just like that anime, like the water's up to here and the bubbles are like here. Like
Yeah, no. Ruben's just kind of vibing in the water. Like, oh god, this feels amazing. Thank Hylia, we're out of the desert.
Yeah, is it 2d6 or a d20?
this is an athletics check, so that would be a d20 plus your athletics modifier.
Hey boss, can I do something to help my good friend Deku here?
Alright. I got an 11.
Okay. So the help action does exist. Hold on. All right. Well, this would mean that when Doran wants to say in this, so the help action does exist. You have a higher athletics than Deku.
Almost definitely. I have a 2.
I also have a 2, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Unfortunately, you cannot give the help action unless you have a higher skill point. Like your skill is higher than the whatchamacallit, the one of the person you're trying to help. So
Right.
Unfortunately, you cannot give them a re-roll advantage, which
So
does
the child now has the crown.
Tila
Yeah.
grabs onto it first, puts it on their head, Ice King style from Adventure Time, and Tila, immediately your mind is flooded with images of two women, one with red hair and one with blue hair. A maniacal, conniving cackling can be heard in your ears as the essence of Twin Rova is pulsing out of this thing and into you. Do you have the will to control it, or will you gain madness?
No.
Now I need you to give me a check.
I love the idea that our one shot is now
The
going to
monsters
be
are cleansing.
I need a willpower check from Tila, please.
Okay, all right.
I could not have known this would go here, but I love it all the same.
It is
You
great.
didn't think the feral wolf child was going to want the shiny thing?
I can't wait to see how this affects the actual campaign eventually. This is going to be hilarious.
I know, right? Let me just double check one thing.
Wait, Yvette.
You're gonna put Dorn in an early grave. She's too old for this type of stress.
I don't
okay.
have a heart, and I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Oh, so fairy friend
just in the
only
water, like,
is to
danger.
hit. Okay, so never mind. So it's just my willpower then, which is I got a 2. All right, let's go. 6.
Oh no!
I don't know if that's gonna help you much,
I
champ.
forgot how chaotic and
You said a 6?
here we
Yeah.
are. Oh my god.
Fantastic. Immediate fail. Your eyes roll back in your head. You start speaking in a weird language that nobody else can understand, as you are now struck with the madness condition, which we're kind of stealing straight out of 5e here. So I'll go ahead and read that out for posterity's sake. But yeah, to the rest of the party, it looks like they just got possessed.
Okay.
Swearing like a sailor in the Kokiri Forest language, and just being like, I forgot what the children were like. I forgot what the children were like. It's been too long since I've been in the forest. Dear God, why?
and poor
Very
Umi's like
madness
flying
effects.
around like erratically, like
And I'm gonna be looking at Umi and being like, That's about it.
Yeah. So, madness effect. Madness can be short-term, long-term, or indefinite. Most relatively mundane effects impose short-term madness, which lasts for just a few minutes. More horrific effects or cumulative effects can result in long-term or indefinite. So your character has long-term madness, which is 1d10 times 10 hours of madness.
oh no.
my God.
Oh no!
my God.
70.
Oh.
Hours.
Like what, 3 days, 4 days worth of madness?
Yep.
Lovely.
And oh god, I don't have a D100.
The
There should be one on roll 20.
Yeah, you
I know
can,
that.
Yeah.
Oh, roll 20. Yeah.
Plus
Let's
we need-
go ahead. Pull up. Where are the die? There we go.
Here, I can roll one. I can roll a D100 real quick.
Perfect. Let me know what we
Got
get.
it.
good.
50.
No good.
41 through 50, the character begins babbling and is incapable of normal speech or spell casting. Yeah, so for all intents and purposes, you are now a literal toddler.
Teenage, all right.
It's fantastic. I love this so much.
Okay, does the madness affect Blue or Uma? Uma or Umi?
Umi, but
No, yeah, it doesn't affect either of them. Just
yeah.
Tila.
Okay, well, at least the parental units of this trio are still semi-alive. Or they're there. Okay.
Yeah, Tila just starts wandering around going, yeah, God, we're riding, yeah.
Basically, you're talking Simlish. You're talking Simlish right now.
Oh boy.
Are we able to grab the circlet off of Tila's head now that they're struck with madness?
Make a before you make an attempt to grab it, make a perception check.
Can I
Okay.
get a check? Either give you the help action or whatever.
Perception. I've got a 3 to my perception.
Figure out. Oh, that's better than mine. So go for it.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, very nice. You notice that the 2 gems on this circlet are glowing, and so there is you could infer, I can't say for certain because that would be cheating, but you could infer that there might be negative consequences to trying to pull it off them. So
God damn it. Okay.
do what you will with that information. I will be nice enough to let you know that the circlet, like the madness, will not continue if the circlet is left on them. Like the 70 hours is the 70 hours. That's all that's gonna be.
Okay.
But you know, you now have a battling child.
Because one of us is going to have to carry Tila then.
No, you have a babbling child, a wolf that's crying in a corner, and a fairy that's freaking out.
I love the frantic like Tinkerbell flying around Peter Pan, like what's happening? What's happening?
What's going on? She's bad.
Okay.
For carrying someone, since you don't exactly have a strength check, what would you say that would be?
Ooh, great question. We're gonna call that I'm gonna call that a mechanics check. So whoever has the highest.
Oh, my mechanics is a 1.
Oh boy, none of you spec. Why does the literal tree have the best mechanics of all of you?
That's so funny. I assumed that mechanics was a little more aligned with lines of traps and stuff, but
I mean, unless it's. Hold on, let me double check for a second. I might be wrong about that. So let me.
I mean, it is very funny that
I'm figuring either Dorn or myself are going to have to carry Tila so that they don't wander off and get hurt.
All right, I will be.
I mean, we have blue.
I will be.
As well.
Yeah.
Yes, but Tila could fall off of
consistently.
blue. My fear would be Tila
We
falls
probably
off
have
of blue
rope.
and getting hurt.
Wait,
Oh my god! Tie the child to the wolf.
tie the babbling child to the wolf. I love that
No, it's
idea.
just like a leash, just the opposite way.
I will alternatively let you if you're kind of dead set on the idea of carrying them. You can also trade in combat because I will make
Alright,
it.
one not as well. Okay, I'm not.
I know that somebody in this party has a high combat. Please,
I can take care of that.
Okay.
I can pick people up.
Dorn can either carry the toddler, or we can I don't think there's reins or anything on Blue.
No.
But if we do a leash thing, very loosely, most toddlers love the idea of getting piggyback rides. So hopefully we can trick the child into wanting to stay on top of the dog. For when Dorn decides, their arms are going to fall off because the toddler is in fact more the size and shape of a 9-year-old. I'm assuming vaguely about ish.
How tall is Taylor? Let's
Tila's
take a
4
look.
feet.
Yeah, so they are
you're so much
actually.
taller than me. Oh, I knew I was short, but
Yeah, I actually have the specifics. Tila's 4 feet and 45 pounds.
wow,
Damn.
I was more than you, but that doesn't help me if you're longer than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dorn, it is totally up to you if you want to start holding the dog. Toddlers love shiny things, and Umi's literally made to be a shiny
True,
thing.
I didn't think about
Okay.
that.
I'm calling calling them a toddler because it's funny, but they are actually like Tila does have a full consciousness. As like not like an
More
adult,
of
but
the
like, so this is more of like a.
This is more like a 5 or 6 year old who's really frustrated that nobody's understanding them. They're like, "Well, I'm literally just saying the thing. Why are you getting what I'm saying?" But it happens to be a cryptic 6-year-old nonsense. Well, not
They're
nonsense.
also kind of stumbling around as if they were drunk. So like pair those two together. That's what you got. So,
So you've got a really hyped up, sugared up kid who is like 5 or 6 years old and is in the airport and doesn't speak the main language of everybody else, but still wants to interact with everybody else.
Alternatively, a 10-year-old on crack.
Yeah, that's true.
Like literal, or actually not crack, probably more meth, but
Chaos all the same.
anyway, so what's next steps here, guys?
All right, so
I will hold on to our
okay,
wandering friend.
I will say, Sunny, you're like kind of the de facto party healer, right?
Yes, I literally,
Okay.
when Spells and I were working on my character sheet, I was like, I want to spec healer. I basically want to pull a Mifa.
Okay.
Mm.
Let me
I
pull up
love
your character
Mifa.
sheet really quick.
Mifa is fantastic.
Yeah, she's
Mifa is
great.
baby. Mifa and Sidon are like two of my favorite Zora, aside from like Rutalia.
They are.
Okay.
They are. Yes. No. It's the sweet story. Not German Shepherd. Golden Retriever.
Mhm.
Sidon
German
is
Shepherd
so
energy
Golden
different.
Retriever coded.
Do me a favor, give me a civilization check, please.
Who?
Okay.
Never mind.
16.
15. So you know that most towns have one or so low-level mages who have the ability to heal common ailments and, you know, typically magical effects. And so alternatively, instead of just waiting the 70 hours for this child to be less babbly and a little more comprehensive, you could try to find somebody to dispel this madness from them. So do with that information what you will.
The closest. My brain wants to say the closest place would technically be Zora's domain, but that's because
This is here's where we're going to change up the map a little bit, where there are obviously when they made Ocarina of Time there were 4 total settlements. We're gonna say there's more
Enrico.
towns speckled throughout Hyrule Field, so there's gonna
We're stretching it out a bit.
Yeah,
exactly. So there's based on the just a previous civilization check you just made, we're gonna say that the nearest nearest town is probably a good like half a day's walk away. So and you guys could just follow the road like north, and that would take you to the nearest joint.
Okay. I don't have like. It's not like I was planning on selling the circlet, especially not now that it's fused to the child's skull. So.
Oh my god, wait, Spells just got hit with the curse of binding.
Yeah.
Spells got curse of binding!
I kind of enjoy the allegory of Song Wukong's crown, where like you know spot welds to their head. But anyway,
Fair. So. Dorn, do you
yeah.
wanna-
So are we heading to the town or?
Yeah.
I would bring up, you know,
Trying to
there should
figure
be
out-
like a town about half a day's away from here. We want to try and see if maybe they can help clear up the whole madness condition with Tila.
I mean, absolutely 1,000%. Whether or not they will be able to, you know, defuse a magical artifact attached to a child's skull, I don't know. But I'm definitely willing.
It's actually attached to their skull, but.
Oh no, I'm being dramatic.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure because I was like, all right, well.
Less drama. I'm being dramatic.
Okay.
I firmly believe are a love language of mine. So do you feel like caring for the first stint the child, or do you want me to try to help Umi and Blue get Tila on their back?
I'm perfectly happy to carry him for a while, but
Okay.
we're going to have to find a solution for when we have to sleep.
I mean, it's like
The dog can pin her down. Like, and it's extra funny because this is the equivalent of doing this to a 9-year-old, which can be done.
See? Yeah,
But
spells
it's
is...
awkward.
Sorry,
Yeah, no, I
hiccup.
had a hiccup. I'm back. I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Maybe.
awesome. I was kind of wondering.
fantastic. So, yes. So to pick, so picking out their character, you don't need to make a check or anything. They're, I believe you technically qualify as a size small creature, right?
I'm
Spells?
like literally on the I'm literally on the fence of small. Like small to medium go small ends at 4 feet and medium starts at 4 feet. So like
Okay, we're gonna
You're gonna be telling everybody you're a medium-sized creature.
yeah.
But
for D&D mechanics, we're gonna say you're a size small creature, which means it's not going to gain, it's not going to require any checks and or skill challenges for
well,
Dorn to be
actually-
able to pick up Tila, unless Tila
Well-
you want to actively fight Dorn.
Well, here's the thing. Dorn, what's your lift?
Oh, is that a mechanic?
Yeah, it's a lift. Yeah, Dorn, what's your lift?
Right, that is
Oh.
the mechanic.
Effortless is 50.
So you can pick me
So-
up just fine. I'm 45 pounds.
No issue. Yeah. Just
You are
where's
a
lift
strong
at?
bunny.
onto the shoulders.
I should have drawn Dorn more muscular. God damn.
yeah,
Yeah, Dorn's fucking strong.
yeah. Tila's going to be like hands and feet like kicking sort of like God.
I did try to make them a little androgynous because a female soldier of Hyrule is not super common. So,
Yeah.
and so it's like you could kind of interpret Dorn in a lot of ways.
It's all under the armor. Is once you get, then you got all the muscles. They're just hiding under
They
all.
got that
Honestly,
sleeper build.
but besides Ganondorf, there is no one who is buff in the entire series.
True.
All right, we
It
can't
really
say
is.
that Link wasn't. This is my hottest take, but Link was his most buff in Ocarina of Time, even by comparison to something like Twilight Princess. Because in Twilight Princess, for some reason, they made him so like slim. He had such
He was really lean in Twilight
Yeah.
like a
Princess.
lean for the fact that he is the
But man
tallest
was
and
rolling
strongest
around
Link. He's so
goats.
lean, and it's like why is Ocarina of Time a person who's never trained a day in his life for 7 years have more muscle mass than you do? Make that make sense.
On top of that, make it make sense because of the fact that literally Link was asleep for 7 years.
Magical
Bro should be
coma.
atrophied.
I mean, magical coma giving him what he needed.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, there
If
we
it
go.
weren't for the fact that Breath of the
The
Wild
stages are all just
was
in there,
100 years,
like having a little Zoom call, being like, "Make him more buff."
Rauru just like putting like protein like mixtures into his mouth every day, like become strong.
yes.
Oh, that's so fucked. Okay.
Navi just watching, like, what the hell are you doing?
Back to the D&D campaign. So you pick Tila. You guys are heading down the road. Half a day is roughly about 5 hours of travel. So for the first hour, can I get a perception check, please? Anybody
Which
can make
of us?
It doesn't matter. Whoever- First person
Anyone?
raise their hand.
All right. No, I'm
I've
kidding.
got a +3.
Okay, not the person with madness. That is literally making them
21.
incomprehensible.
I'll let Sunny deal with that. I will be mostly conversing with Umi and Blue because I'm like, I'm sorry I accidentally cursed your child.
Oh boy.
I got a 21 for my perception.
Fantastic. Everything seems fine.
Meanwhile, Tila's over here just
That
like
concerns
nomming on the shoulder pads, going yum, yum, yum.
Sonny, if you got a dirty 20 and I say everything seems fine, that means you're good.
Okay, but still, just everything seems fine.
It's on there.
Give me a concern because we have a character who's mad and just.
Is there
no.
character interactions, conversations y'all want to be having during this first hour, or during the whole? It could take the entire 5 hours to have this conversation, but I'm going to be asking for essentially every hour requires another perception check.
As soon as
we
Ruin,
against the. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, as soon as Ruin says everything seems fine, he just goes like falls over backwards, like floating down, being like.
Your fairy is just freaking the fuck out. Love that.
I'm guessing Blue is
that.
kind of just keeping up with us.
Blue is following after Dorn like a kicked
people
puppy.
can see fairies in this universe, because I don't know if it's ever actually established if like people outside of like the Kokiri, Link, and like Zelda can see fairies.
No, they can. A lot of people call him the fairy boy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So you guys all watch as I'm sorry, what was the name of the fairy again?
Yeah.
Umi's having an absolute fit, just like sobbing as if Tila were fucking dead. Like it's kind of annoying.
I just feel like
And
trying to soothe, but I'm not.
Doran, I would really love to get your perspective, being the one who is carrying the babbling child and the fairy that is whizzing around in front of you, weeping bloody murder.
All of the military discipline is coming into play.
Tranquility, just like
March.
a twitch of like your face, like you are like the freaking British royal guards outside Buckingham Palace. Like,
yes,
I love
no,
that
we're
so
keeping
much.
it as straight as possible. As the child question mark on her back keeps pointing to things that don't exist. The fairy is zooming around like a glowy mosquito, weeping bloody murder. And just keep on keeping on.
Yeah, Blue's behind her, just sad little whimpers.
Incredible. This is the greatest.
After the first 20 minutes of attempting to have conversation or help soothe either of them, I'm gonna give up and just start whittling something. I don't know what at this point. I don't think Deku knows what at this point, but I'm gonna just take out a block of wood and just
Deku is so like annoyed of like, they're not listening to me.
It's not even just that. It's more or less like I am literally trying to help relax because I feel a little guilty about, the child getting the thing that falls on my face. But you don't want to pay attention to me.
Yes,
Oh,
anxiously
boy.
trying to do something with their hands.
All right. Who wants to do the second hour perception check?
I can do one.
I'm down to keep doing it with you on my tail.
Well, you know what? If I fail miserably at this one, I will let you keep that. I have a 2, so it's not like I've got
Okay.
horrific perception.
Which, while Deku's on the perception, I do want to just say as well that Ruben would have just mentioned, like, before they set out, we probably shouldn't touch the circlet just because it's glowing and I don't trust that.
Oh no, 1,000% agree.
I don't want to hurt. I don't want to hurt Tila.
I'll be
I'd be surprised if Dorn wasn't in agreement. So I got a 5. I will let Sunny and their height.
You can give the help action, Sonny, but holy
I'll give the help
for the next
action.
couple rounds. For
so
the next couple rounds. I got a 5. Anything after this, I'm just going to let you be the one who does all the checks.
I'm going to
I
do
can't
the help action to help you with a perception check.
for this
think
one,
you should
since
have
you're the one who chose to make the perception check, you will have to, if you want any sort of buff, the only buff you can get is the help action, so you get a reroll essentially on this.
I mean, I'm down to do the reroll, but I also don't mind if it stays with a 5. It would be very funny.
Choice is yours.
I don't know. Does anybody have higher perception than 2?
Yeah.
I've got a 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
nice.
does.
I have a 3.
You're currently mad.
You're
honey.
seeing things no one else can see at the moment.
Actually, almost call it negative since you're seeing things you shouldn't be.
Just pointing off.
Okay, so
Yeah, you know what?
wait.
I'll let, if we're gonna do help action, then I'll let essentially Rune just pick me up so I can look around and then be like, you know what, this is stupid. Next time I'm just gonna let you look.
Okay,
I will
so okay, cool.
How tall is Dorn, by the way?
6 foot.
6 foot. I am shorter than you. I'm 5'7".
Oh, really?
Dorn
She's
is
pretty tall.
I don't have a favorite character.
Oh, I got a 4 on that reroll. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Fantastic. It's a really nice day. You know, it's just the sun is shining, the wind is blowing,
Ooh,
like everything.
my leaves, they feel fantastic.
It's a lovely day.
Woo.
Any conversations? Any actions?
I want to
I can
try
do
and
it,
just give.
Oh, sorry, Sonny.
Oh, I was just saying, I want to try and just give Blue a couple pats on like the head or something to try and offer a little comfort because kicked puppy hurts me.
Aww. That's
Fair
cute.
enough.
He kind of gives her a little lick, like a little thank you.
Aw.
I have been kissed.
I wonder
by a
how long
puppy.
they panicked until they also just start getting irritated.
Oh no, the only panicked one is Umi. Like Blue's just sad.
Aw.
Fair enough.
Blue.
He doesn't fully understand what's going on other than Tila's Tila's not doing well. That's all he understands.
Tila's
fair.
weird. Oh my god, I love that. Oh boy. So yeah, if nothing else during that second hour, third hour perception check.
Ruin, I am never
See.
again doing it.
I got a 15.
15, yeah. Could have sworn that you heard footsteps at some point coming from your right, but they were weird and faint, almost sounding
I
like
don't like that.
like a almost sounding like a really fat like animal, just like plop plop plop, but like a lot of them, like plop 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 plop. But
I don't like that.
other than that, everything's normal. Everything's fine.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But don't you like? What? I'm sorry. Ruin. What do you mean?
This, I could have sworn I heard like multiple footsteps. All right.
Oh, I'm gonna attempt
Maybe-
sarcasm here. That's not concerning at all.
maybe the misery is still affecting me. I'm hoping that's the case. Like just kind of like peering around, like, please tell me I'm just hearing them.
If I could, I make a nature check to just kind of see if I can tell what
Hell
the
yeah.
sounds are.
Go
Okay,
right ahead.
Let's see, I may stop using roll 20 if it continues to give me terrible rolls. Then it is current. And I have 4 to nature. Okay, so I had a 6. I refuse to use roll 20 from now on because it's cursed me.
That's
But
yeah,
it is
that's
a 6.
so that's a total of 10, or is the 6 after your
No.
modifier?
That's That's a 6 after my modifier. I've got a
Holy crap! What is roll 20 doing to you?
Got issues.
Yeah, no, it really does.
Good grief! Yeah, you know nothing. Essentially, you look to your right where Ruin described the footsteps. You see beautiful green flowing pastures, and it doesn't. You could never have known that there were animals out there.
I mean, if it's a pasture, it might be a sheep. Just saying.
It's okay. Pasture might not be the right word, but like, it's Hyrule Field. There's a field. So, holy crap! 6 on the frickin' nature check is so funny.
Yeah.
Anything else we'd like to do during hour 3 of this journey?
Get ambushed.
No.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. No, nobody knows nothing.
You're crazy.
Oh god, if we get ambushed, if we get attacked, and one of our party members is currently inflicted with madness, this is gonna be chaotic. I love it.
Oh yes. I don't think I have anything except for I either continue whittling or take out a notebook and just doodle.
All right, fair enough.
Doodle while you walk.
If I decide to doodle, I will probably.
You know what? Now we're gonna take a quick break in this traveling adventure to figure out token rewards for. Typically, you get token rewards mostly for winning combat encounters, but given the way that you guys passed that skill check, I do want to reward you with more than just keeping your lives. And so we are
more than keeping our lives.
I feel like I'm being fair.
I mean, I'll take it.
I won't say no.
The other thing is, how do I calculate what a fair token amount is? Is it, correct me if I'm wrong, Spells, but tokens can be used to increase traits or gain new spells and feats, correct?
Yes, they can be used for basically everything. It's one pool. It says a typical session of play will usually see heroes earn 2 to 4 tokens on average.
Okay, so because there's more to this session, I'm going to reward you guys all with 2 tokens. So go ahead and add those to your sheet, or just mark it down somewhere, and you may add those to your sheets probably after the session is complete. But you just you're aware that was the reward you got from completing that skill challenge.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Hour 4 of the traveling. Can I get another perception check?
I'm gonna have to do different tweakies to my character sheet. Hang on, I'm just. Why is that a 5? That should be a T.
T.
I'm trying to note down everything that I need to add to my character sheet. So I realized I hadn't. Okay.
Well, that's happening. I guess by hour 4, Umi's calmed down a little bit, and by calmed down, I mean he's just now laying on Blue's head, sniffling and mumbling something about how she failed the Great Deku Tree, and it's dead and now.
Oh, cry yourself out.
That's so sad. Oh my god.
Oh my
16
god!
for my perception check, and I'm just
Wow. 16?
using a finger to try and gently pat Umi's head back. Like, I'm trying to be very gentle. I don't want to hurt Umi. I'm just over here. I'm trying to comfort Blue and Umi.
Yeah, no, okay, so with a 16, weird kind of pig-like noises coming from up the road.
Hey,
Echoes.
guys?
Like
Guys.
weird, like it almost sounds like a pig whining and then grunting and just kind of making weird slobbery noises.
Yeah.
Actually multiple of them. You can't exactly tell how many, but at least more than 3. But
Hey
yeah.
guys, there's something ahead. They sound kind of like pigs, but there's more than one. I can at least tell that.
Do you think it's what you heard earlier?
Possibly. But
No, there's multiple of them then.
I'm concerned. I'm just concerned of attack. Because this is an open field. There's not anywhere for us to really get advantage.
It's
There's
kind of
also nowhere for
crazy
us to really hide.
Yeah. I'm going to attempt with a different thing of guys to do another nature check to see if I can figure out literally anything about the north.
I would say with the distance you're at now, while Ruben was the one that made the perception check, you guys have gotten to a distance close enough where having it pointed out by Ruben, you can kind of all hear it now. It's quiet, which means they're definitely a decent distance away still, but you can definitely tell that something's up ahead. But go ahead, give me that nature check, because if you're trying to find out information, that's perfect for. That's
okay,
a perfect check.
I'm gonna stick with my phone dice because so I rolled an 18, but that's a 22.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's the rules we're after.
Right? Roll 20 is just cursed.
My favorite thing about your character is that you describe them as somebody who kind of seems new to the world and doesn't know a whole lot about anything really, other than their merchant wares. Which is why this is going to be so funny, because the one thing you are familiar with is animal sounds, and those aren't pigs.
No, I was kind of assuming they were.
In fact, they sound very monstrous. Almost a little gross. And very dumb.
Very
And that-
I think
That's what you can tell at this distance without actually physically seeing the creature.
so.
Now, here we come to a bit of a crossroads moment where continuing straight down the path would mean 1 more hour to the town, but that is also the direction in which those creatures are in. There is a fork in the road pretty much right in front of you guys. You can take the fork to the right, which would take you a little bit on a detour and add an additional 2 hours to this journey. So that'd be like three total more hours with the now new added hours. So you can avoid this problem entirely, but then you would get to the town roughly at around like 7 p.m. at night, a little late.
So. I gonna let everybody know that it's so that's joyousness. Those are monstrous and dumb, and I have a feeling that those kinds of noises are bokoblins. I'm assuming they're still called bokoblins. Is that a safe guess?
I can't tell you exactly whether you're correct or not.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say it's goblins, and then if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So, yeah, so here's the thing. We've got to decide, do we want to go through enemies and deal with combat with a madness-stricken child? Or do we want to take a 2-hour detour and just get there after, like, sunset, or around sunset, or, wherever time is wise? What do you guys think?
I'm on the side of the detour, but that is only because how can we guarantee Tila would be safe and that whatever it is that we're hearing wouldn't see someone stricken with madness and go after them first? Like, I have no doubts in my healing abilities, but I also want to make sure I can keep you guys alive.
No, for sure. Especially because we have what I'm assuming is a cursed object, since it, attached itself to, well, okay, no, the child stuck it on their head and, went mad. Or at least, went crazy. So, the idea of that falling into monster hands, if for whatever crazy reason we do happen to fall in battle, is not a good thing.
True, Tila would especially be made target, not only because of the madness, there's a chance that because of the madness, hey, that's already a big target on their back. But with the circlet on top of that,
yeah.
You do have a dog, and the dog is strangely powerful.
Yes.
It's not the end of the world if we wanted to just bowl straight through.
I can always hold on to Tila's hand, so...
Tila just kind of points to the sky and goes...
Tila can stay with me.
I
if need be.
love this so much.
So, we're all kind of in the mode of kind of just meh when it comes to the choice.
Well,
Or do you have a preference?
personally, I understand what you're saying, and a detour of 2 hours is not overly horrible. However, I personally cannot abide the idea of leaving this threat for people who will be less prepared for than us later down the line.
Oh, let's go. We have a moral character. Let's go.
You're not
You know,
there.
I'm usually traveling alone, and I think that's something I'm gonna switch is that essentially, so since my character's older than the actual, time bubble, just for actual canon events, that they'll have been traveling essentially, mostly since the Deku Tree died.
Okay.
So,
I mean,
or at least,
we could probably discuss that more later, just because it doesn't pertain to right now, but...
No, for sure, fair. My brain was stuck on that.
Make a note. We'll go over it.
Okay, that's perfect. I don't mind still being slightly naive because I am just a tree, but I have high enough civilization that it would be odd for me to know so many things.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yes, tabled for next time, and now my brain can actually move on.
Alright.
I
So-
mostly travel by myself. I don't take unnecessary risks because of that.
Mhm.
You are here, though.
Yes.
So if you want to go down swinging, if you want to, then we can leave the child and the fairy with Ruin at the back, where
Yeah, with me being a magic caster and healer, I can stand back and just, keep hold of Tila's hand. Blue can help you guys fight in turn.
I'm totally down with that.
Alright.
I'm down to go against some more people's knees. Although bokoblins are kind of short, so it is probably more gut shots, but still.
I mean, these these are Skyward Sword goblins that I
Oh,
stole,
my
so
bad.
they will be taller than you.
I mean, I can still maybe do a good shot, but it might be shot still.
Maybe crotch shots, let's be honest.
It could be crotch shots. You are correct.
Please have the Deku poke one of them in the ass. That'd be so funny.
The Deku will attempt. No guarantees.
Anyway, so we're deciding to confront the problem. Is the consensus?
Yes.
I'm down with that.
At least that's what Dorn wants to do.
All right. So
I will look at moral compass guide the way.
Yippee! So continuing down the road, you guys, the noise gets louder and louder as you continue heading in its direction. And if you could all pull up the map on Roll20. Finally, we reached the thing that you guys have probably been looking at this whole time.
All right, ignore this for a moment, guys. Ignore this for a moment. I'm grabbing a browser source.
LOL. And then if you could also make your own character tokens and drag them onto this bottom left corner of the map where the trail is.
Hang on.
This will probably take us a minute for those who are watching. So while they are getting that all set up, I'm just gonna exposit for a hot second about the scene that we see. So our group comes up on this this part of the road to see a group of 5 bokoblins from the Skyward Sword era. They have these long butcher blade-esque swords with horned metal helmets. No plate armor though. Mostly just a loincloth to cover their bits and parts, and a couple of monster charm necklaces around their necks. They're kind of doing what bokoblins do most: dick it around because they only have half a brain cell. And as is common, the second a group of protagonists walks into the room or into the area, their attention immediately shifts, just as if like an owl turning its head around to look at a threat. All of their heads turn towards our group of heroes here, and we find the beginnings of a proper combat.
How
is the tokens going?
I don't know how to do this.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've never had players assign tokens. I've always assigned them as a DM.
Okay, got it. I will go ahead and do that.
I'm sure there's a way to do it, but we just don't have
let's see.
mess with your thing.
Dorn.
actually, wait a minute. What am I doing? I've got a D&D screen. Oh my god! Hang on. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
Save changes. Edit.
Well, this is the practice round. So this is
edit token properties.
Yeah. We're doing practice rounds here.
Permission edit.
Yeah, I always just
I sent you a token in case you want to split.
Oh
And
yes.
Tila.
That would actually be a good idea.
Okay.
There's a way that I'm supposed to assign this. I just can't remember. Controlled by determining character settings.
Yeah,
where had
clicked on it on the right side, and then you go into like the menu, and then it's controlled by. It's about halfway down the pop-up box.
Yeah.
I do this a lot.
And I am very bad at this. Dorn. Shit.
There you go. I have retweaked how I'm doing my D&D screen. Because it used to be my D&D screen was a... Oh, God. Sorry, guys. Ignore that. Ignore that.
Okay, so we're gonna
Ignore that.
drag Tila out. Tila is on the map. Dorn is on the map. Why is Dorn, like, weirdly translucent.
I don't know. That's odd.
Darn, you good, dog? Actually, no.
You know, I'm feeling like a ghost still.
You look a little like
dog.
a ghost. Wow.
We're gonna have dog in front of.
Am I in the wrong layer? Is that what's happening?
No, I'm on the
Sometimes
tokens layer, so.
know. Weird.
Edit token properties, control, determining characters. I'm in the character settings. What do you mean?
No. God. There. Okay. I've got it set up properly now.
I apologize.
No, this is the
yeah.
good.
Yeah, this is why it's
It's
session
good for the,
-1. It's all just practice.
Oh yeah.
There we go. All right. Quickly, could somebody take a look at my stream and see? Does this?
It looks fine.
How did I maneuver people before? The fuck?
I'm always forgetting. It's.
Yeah, I don't have control of the tokens, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how I did that last time. Like.
Yeah, you just have to go click on the token.
Hang on.
And then
save settings.
like the pop-up.
Save.
And then you have to go to token
Wow.
control
Drag.
line and
Why is it weirdly translucent? What is this doing?
Oh yeah, I'm a little ghosty.
your opacity on them. You can change that in the settings.
Alright, well, let's start with. Let's see.
Just going to names after that. Joining voice and video and forget you.
Like,
It's really
doing
good.
player. Sense character door. So you guys should have the ability to move your token, because I think I'm assigning them correctly.
It's used the select tool, right?
Yeah, if you're using the select tool, you should be able to drag it, but I guess it's not working as intended.
Oh no.
One of these days I'll get this right, I promise.
Again, this is
We
why
had-
it's session -1.
We had this exact problem with the other campaign where I could not get this figured out for the life of me. It's like player permissions.
And I don't remember how we fixed
Presents
it.
character Dorn, name Dorn, and so it should say that it's controlled by Dorn or Owl, but it's not, and I don't really get why.
I don't know why either, because it's really just that drop down menu and the character page, you know.
All right. That should be a little easier. Okay. Okay, now that I'm done fucking with everything. Sort
Is
of.
it that maybe you have to assign it to the characters that the players make?
No, because I've had my
No,
former DM who was very, very bad, very yuck. They had made tokens, and I was able.
Hmm.
I know that I'm supposed to assign this, like, or at least it's how it used to work, that I was supposed to assign this to a character. We're on the tokens page, right?
All right, let me look it up. Yeah, I'll throw it
Sorry,
online.
gang.
Let me open a different Roll20. I'll open one of my own game. One of my 100 games.
Right.
I'm loving this so far, by the way. Even if it is, a scuff, I love it.
Yeah.
Same.
What's funny is there's going to be such a tone shift between this and the actual campaign, as the actual campaign's probably going to be far more serious. Not like so much so that it drowns out the levity, but like you guys are definitely going to feel a big shift between the absolute chaos and shenaniganery that is this to what comes next.
So, okay. What you have to do is go into the token settings. So click on a thing, click on the little gear.
Where's the key?
About halfway down, it'll be when you just click on any token, there'll be like a little gear down in the bottom left hand side. So that's the settings for that token.
I don't have that for some reason.
And then it means it's not assigned on the token layer, that it's on the map layer.
Ah.
What?
And then you can
Put them on
switch
the
that by
token
going. Oh. Well,
That's weird.
Edit
Alright.
token properties. That's so weird. Why don't I have the little gear anymore? Go to
I don't know.
here.
That's all.
As an info, attributes, abilities. Let me delete these and start over.
Right.
I think the only time that I just double check that you are on the token layer and you're not on the map layer. Because items that are added to the map layer do not have the gear.
Yeah, I'm on the token layer, so that's. Ignore that.
Is there a way to just like right click and then click add token? That would be too easy.
Alright. How about this, boss? Do you want to share your screen on Discord and I can take a look at it?
Probably be a smarter thing to do, yeah.
Let me take a look.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We got it.
We got this.
Screen simultaneously.
so this
Don't
is-
worry about it.
This is the token page for like the new one, so I like I know to put in like Dorn,
Right.
you know, to add buttons, open file, and then if you go to edit token properly, I know I can press this and this, and then the idea would be, and then like it's weird that like I know what gear you're talking about, and it's just kind of missing.
Okay, so what you need to do, I think, here is just get the token onto the board. Just put it out onto the board. Because this is what you're doing is the more advanced way, which connects it to the character sheet. But if you just get an asset on the board, I can walk you through it there. Like if you click on blue or something that you have, or me. That you're making right now.
Pop, Dorn.
All right. Now click on that gear that you see there.
Here we go.
There you are. And then controlled by about halfway down. Nope. A little bit up. You went past it. It's above update default. And then you just type in who you want to
Here we
click
go.
on who you want. There you go. And then you just save in the bottom, and then it should be good. And I should
Why
be able
is
to
it
move it.
like weirdly transparent? I don't really get that.
Is it a
I might
different-
be able to.
Oh. Alright, so your character's on it. Oh, there we go.
I might just double check.
We're getting there. We're getting there. We're figuring it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so this would be
Okay, let me see.
okay.
So, okay, remembers that I'm supposed to control this. Whoops, that's my D&D campaign. That's not the right one.
Save changes. X, Deku, get Deku out on the board. Here. Controlled by. Alright,
I suppose I'm starting something to you real fast.
Okay.
Making sure, because I'm finally actually messing with my character sheet and make sure I understand everything before we get too deep into the combat.
Yeah, I still don't have control over this, even though it should be. Have you just tried? Instead of trying to do it the proper way, which is linking.
yeah, so I mean, so what do you mean by that? Other than, sorry.
Because you don't have to link anything to a character sheet.
So how do you
You
add
should be able to even just
tokens that aren't
the art tab.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it's easy. You can just put them from the art library.
what
And
can
you
you
drag them over.
guys? Oh, here we go. Controlled by
And then you can edit them the exact same way.
save and controlled by go. All right, we got Sunny.
All right, I can move. I can breathe. I can fight.
Rubberman.
Oh.
Save. All right, everybody, if you could just double check really quick test to make sure you can actually move your own tokens.
I
please.
cannot move my tokens.
Got it.
All right,
I can.
we're gonna
I
fix
can
that.
do mine. Wait,
Save.
hello.
And do you want to control the dog, or do you want me to control the dog?
I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Can I control both, or can I?
Yeah,
only
you can control both.
Yeah, I can. I can
fine.
control both.
So, I mean, one of them is just going to be kind of a
Sitting
gibbering
there,
mess,
yeah.
but yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
have,
say
you
I'm
have
saying
control over
next
both.
to
Okay, yeah, I have control over both. now.
Tila.
Fantastic. All right, cool. So here we are, the first combat, which means I need all of you to roll initiative. But that's not. It's a little different. I know it's a. I forget exactly how it works, but it's a little
I have
different.
Roll a d20.
I have it.
It's D6s. I have it in actions and combat or somewhere around there.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
in my little
it's agility plus 2d6
Where did
plus any bonuses you have.
Agility, 2d6,
Okay.
and any bonus. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, which I don't think anybody has bonuses right now.
Agility. Where's my agility? Where's my other d6? Where's my other d6s? There they are. Nice. Okay. 12 plus 2. I got 14.
Okay, yeah,
And
actually,
yeah,
I
and there's
should-
the initiative thing. Let's roll 20.
We're getting it. We're getting it. That's a DM has put out. We'll get it in a minute, I'm
Okay.
sure.
So, so Sonny, you said your initiative was what?
14.
14. That's always yours.
8.
8. Okay. Owl was yours.
12.
Cool. And Echo, what was yours? Oh, they are muted.
Oh,
but
I think they left. They might have left.
Wait, why did they leave?
Or it might be difficulties. I don't know.
Yay, technical difficulties.
They went to the restroom. All right, cool. So you know what? Like break moment. If everybody wants to take a quick break,
You know what? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea to me.
grab some water, maybe a snack, and we can pick back up with combat.
Yeah.
So, and in the meanwhile, if you'd like, I can, as the one person who's not in requirement of a break, I can entertain your chats.
Got it now.
I'm okay with just sitting here and vibing till we're ready to start.
All right, I will be right back. I'm gonna run to the bathroom because I've been drinking water this entire time.
Wait, grab some water then. I shall grab some water. I shall return shortly.
I has my water.
I'm back.
Oh.
Well,
back.
we're in the middle of a break. We decided to take this opportunity to give everybody a little break before we got started on the combat encounter. So feel free to sit around, or maybe leave again and go get yourself a snack if you need. Whatever works. In the meanwhile, a little funny thing about this game that was inspired by Warhammer 40k.
Oh?
When I saw that Owl had named their character Dorn, my brain immediately went to Rogel Dorn, which is a prominent character in the Warhammer 40k universe, as one of the Emperor of Mankind's 20-ish sons. And so my brain was like, okay, are they gonna play this character really like stone face? And the second that they mentioned that like soldiers training, my brain just like activated. It was really funny because like the character Rogel from Warhammer 40k is essentially demigod general, and he is the most stoned face motherfucker you will ever see. Like, he's described as a man who could be actively getting punched and probably still not break his like demeanor.
Dang.
Yeah, and so like my brain is just so happy that that's kind of how Owl is playing Dorn, even though like they could totally break that character, that characterization, like play the characters how you want to play them. But it was just something that was like, it scratched my brain.
Right. Yeah. No, as soon as Owl said Dorn, my mind immediately went Game of Thrones.
It's a surprisingly like popular fantasy-esque name.
It's a very good name.
It is a very good name.
Yeah. I struggled so hard coming up with my characters' names. Just I was on the struggle bus for quite a while.
I'm back.
Hi, welcome
back. We're still waiting on the others, but that's a-okay.
Yeah.
Also, spells afterward. Well, first, Mill, the tokens that we got, are these carrying over into the official session?
Good question, actually, because this is a test session.
Because you're telling us, hey, here, tokens. And I'm like, I don't know where to put them. I need to talk to Spells about that.
You know what?
The token stuff still confuses me.
Thank you for reminding me the fact that this is a test session. I'm like, do I want to say that these don't apply to other sessions or not? Because I feel like now that I've given them to you, I would hate to be like, yeah, they don't count towards the real campaign.
I mean, I'm okay with them not
suck.
counting. It's also you trying to determine how to give out tokens. It's a whole testing system. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it's okay that you guys keep the tokens into the next campaign, because it's not even like it's making that many major differences, since the majority of you have 0 tokens left from character creation. Thus meaning 2 tokens in your inventory is not going to make any like game breaking mechanics for session 1. So
I do like, though, that in this game, the tokens are actually tied to objects or can be. So
for the most part, are they actually tied to objects?
They're tied to objects because they're meant to be like Keaton's mask or the orbs that you get out of the shrines. So
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if the item is lost, you still get to keep the tokens to spend. Or if you spend the tokens, the item is not affected.
Okay.
So it's sort of meant to mimic Link's inventory. You know, the key item inventory.
Got it. Yeah, yeah, I mean, so when it comes to the there's not a level up system because that's not how this works. But
yeah, no, that's not how this works.
But tokens are kind of in place of the ideal of a level up system.
Yes.
And so like basically my idea is like you guys aren't getting a level up from this session, but I do want to reward you at least a little bit, and I'm okay with that carrying over into the next, like the actual proper campaign. So yeah, go ahead, keep the tokens. You can spend them if you want after stream, but honestly, you might want to just save them up a bit because, as I said, I didn't give you enough to make any meaningful impact quite yet. But if we're all back, are we all back?
Oh,
yeah.
Initiative. Yes.
Yes. What is your initiative, Echo?
Okay. Initiative is 2d6 plus agility.
Correct.
Correct.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, I have good agility. 9.
9. All right.
Nice.
We're gonna auto roll all these enemies. Actually, no, I can't auto roll them because that would give them an unfair advantage since D&D Beyond isn't running off the same mechanics we are. So it was 2d6 plus agility. They didn't have any agility modifiers, so it's just gonna be
they're all like 12 and 27.
loaded fucking dice. Okay.
They're hungry.
Two of these bokoblins have an initiative of 2 because of how shitty this dice is. I swear to God. Okay.
There's a way to see.
Starting combat off. Here we go. So, I described the scene already. Bokoblins before you. Obviously, with the way that Roll20 works, these squares are 5 feet apiece. So these guys are still a decent distance away. It'll probably take a whole round for you guys to even get within fighting distance of each other, unless one of you knows like a super long distance spell. I'm hoping you don't. But top of the round, player A, which is Sunny, if I remember this correct. Wait, sorry. Can I get everybody's initiative again? Because unfortunately, I'm working off of D&D Beyond, where I don't have your character names implanted yet. So that's
14.
Sunny was 14. Spells was
8.
8. Okay.
I
Owl. Sorry, what was Owl?
Do you want to just write?
What? I'm sorry. What more time?
Roll20, would that be helpful?
I actually have never used
We can write
Roll20
them down.
for initiatives before, but if we can figure it out. You guys. Oh, I see. You guys actually.
There's a way on
initiative
Roll20 to actually have an initiative tracker.
Okay. I mean, if we could try to figure it
it
out,
is on
that'd
your
probably be
DM.
super cool. It's on the DM. How do I do that?
Yes, it's on your little your left side thing. It's going to be below, like the measure stick and like the dice.
Oh, that's a D20.
There'll be a
9 dice. Here we go.
It's on
Turn
your
order.
left.
Edit. Oh boy.
And then just drag a box over all the tokens you want to add in there, and it'll put them in there. And then we can write in the numbers we got, and then you can hit a button to sort them.
Okay. I put the box over the party currently.
Yes, so you just need to like drag a box over us. So like click and drag
Yeah, so I'm
a box over all the tokens.
I did that. I don't know if that actually.
Or you can do it.
Oh, here we go. Add turn.
Okay,
Here we go.
there we go. All right, and now we can add in our own. Everyone can just type in.
There we go.
I don't know if y'all can hear the cat.
I got you. We understand this choleric and confusing beast. Well,
87322. Okay.
This turn order thing is going to make it so much fun with the other one as well.
Oh wait.
Okay. Everybody put in sort. All right. Here we go.
Look at us.
We done it. Okay. I don't know why they just chose not to. Why did it delete?
It was
8,
fighting me on going through and putting
7,
my stuff in. So
3, 2, and 2. All right. So now if I hit, do I have to like hit save?
I hit enter to get it to save.
There we go. Sort.
there you go.
Sort. There we go. All right. So on the top of the round, we have. I wish there was a way to loop this. Sorry, I'm currently. All right. So
goblins are at the bottom. Jeez.
yeah, no, I rolled terribly for them. So top of the round, we have
So
Rurin. You are the furthest possible away from them. What is your movement speed?
6.
Everybody.
6?
So yeah, I can only move 6 squares.
Oh, 6 squares. I thought you meant 6 feet. I was like, huh? Okay. So 6 feet would be 30 feet. Yeah.
I'll get to about here.
All right.
But I also want to keep close to Tila,
Sure.
just because I want to try and keep Tila safe.
I mean,
Sure,
if you want to
sure.
say that you drag Tila with you, you can.
Yeah, because I would say that Rurin's holding on to Tila's hand. Just because that way Rurin can't, like, Tila wouldn't be able to just immediately potentially wander into danger, but it could also be like tucked behind Rurin if danger got too close. If that's making sense. Is my brain making sense? I don't think my brain's making sense.
I mean, made sense to me.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Good.
Okay, I'm glad. I'm going to say I'm gonna go up to match where Dorn is right now. So, oh god, hang on. No, hang on. Ah! I haven't used Roll20 in a proper hot minute. So I would bring Tila with me up to right here. By
All right.
Would that work?
I got no complaints. Any actions you want to take? Any sort of like spells you might want to cast, or just movement?
Okay. For Owler spells, quick question. Great Bay Barrier, is that a, like, that? I'm struggling to understand it with the way it's written. Would I be able to use that on one person and basically give them an extra shield, or no?
Let's take a
self.
look.
It's on self?
Yeah, it's on self. You can give it to yourself.
Okay. Okay. Not what I originally thought I could do, but okay, that's fine. More with this. That's all I'm gonna do for right now.
All right. So next up on the initiative, okay, here we go. Next up on the initiative, we have Dorn. What are we doing?
All right. I'm going to move my full 6
yeah.
up.
Bum rush him. Hell yeah. You don't have any ranged attacks, do you?
I do not. So I'm going to take the defend action to become hard to hit.
Okay. What does that mean that the bokoblins would roll at disadvantage to hit you, or?
I'm looking it up right now for you, boss. Because there's a million conditions in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Defend is
So,
you are considered
okay.
hard to hit. Yeah.
Yes, so that's what I'm doing. And hard to hit is foes. Anyone trying to attack me suffers a -2 to all rolls.
Oh boy. Okay.
And then I also have, since I have a shield, I get an additional +1 to my defense. So,
Very good. If
I will
that's
take
it
care
for
of
your turn, or anything else you want to do, or are you done?
that is it for now. Thank you.
All right. Deku, you are up.
All right. Take that. Why is it not what to do the thing? Okay. So, like, I'll just move up that. Okay. There we go. Okay. There it is. Then. Oh, closer there. Okay. So, this one right here, I want to hit with a Deku shot.
Deku shot. Okay. So let's just really quick. I just need to pull up the character sheet I had for these guys. Give me one moment. Or the monster sheet. Let's take a look.
While Mill does that, really quick, spells or it's Grace. Am I able to use that on other people? Because it looks like it says just self on that.
If it says self, you can only.
For me, yeah, Fairy Light is self/melee, and then Mifa's Grace is self/melee.
I think that means the range which it activates, but let me take a look at it.
Oh, okay. So basically, you can use Mifa's Grace on yourself, or you have to be within melee range, which is square in front of them. So
Standing next to.
Yeah.
Basically. Okay. So I can still use it on somebody, but if I want to use it on someone, I have to be up in their business.
Yeah, you have to go and like touch them.
Pretty much.
Okay. Thank you. My brain is definitely going to have to adjust to how this plays.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to take me a while and probably a lot of repeating questions. So I apologize in advance.
All right. So getting back to Deku's turn. The armor class you have to beat is, well, it's not armor. That fires against which of their does it specify what that's firing against in terms of defense, evasion, or vitality?
It does not specify.
Okay.
It's a projectile. What?
All right, so I take the highest of the three, which is 6. So you have to roll higher than a 6, and then if you succeed, let me know what the damage is on that.
Okay. And when doing projectiles, it's 2d6 plus accuracy, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's an 11.
Fantastic. All right. What? This is. I believe this is our boy, Bokoblin number B. I think it's B. No, actually, it might be A. Shit. Hold on, I have to sync up D&D Beyond with these guys, because these guys, I can't track their hit points on here.
You actually should be able to, because if you click on them, there is like a health spot and everything. Health, stamina, magic, if you click on the token itself.
Yeah.
I remember that much.
Yeah, so just how we assigned the characters to different players before, if you click on the tokens again, there'll be a blue, a red, and a green circle above those, and you can fill those out with different numbers if you wish.
Okay, I see.
No. I don't know if you can see my
Triple
chaos.
check on
Yeah,
the
we
character
can see
sheet.
the
SP is,
scribbles.
like the stamina,
good.
right?
I'm glad that you can see the chaos, but then the chaos is that's what unit research. Maybe no. No.
Spells, Alice. SP on the character sheet. That's like our
SP
Stamina.
is your stamina.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
MP is your
Just triple
magic.
checking.
I am working
you're
on getting this all set up.
You are fine. I finally managed to figure out how to not make a bigger mess on the map.
Alright. 15 of 15. Save. Alright. So you're hitting this guy. What is the damage on the deco shot?
It's weapon plus willpower, 11, I believe.
11 damage?
Wait,
That's a lot.
I have to figure out.
That's a lot.
I just want to double check. Like, if you do the damage, you do that damage. I just want to double check because I'm like, that's a lot for this early in the game.
Okay, so
I mean, it's also subtracted. You're also going to subtract whatever armor that they have on. Whatever their defense stat is, it gets subtracted from the damage that Echo is doing.
Oh, I
So
thought
if
they
they
had
have like a 4
Okay.
defense, no, it gets damage is considered. I have it in there. It's a really freaking complicated little
So you got the
formula
beat
here.
armor class, but then the armor still negates some of the damage. Wow, that's
Yeah.
It's very
complicated.
similar if you ever played Pathfinder, where you would have special armor or things like that, which would do this same exact thing. You could reduce damage.
Jesus Christ. All right. So
I used to play Pathfinder, so this is not normal to me anymore, but I do know how it works.
mhm.
So
You did 11 damage. You said.
yeah, it just says weapon and combat or willpower, and I usually use staff unless it's wanting to say self, but like an unarmed shot. I don't know. I'm literally just spitting a flying projectile.
As long as you got the math correct, because that'd be 11 minus their 6 armor, which would be 5 total damage. So that brings them down to that amount. Save. A hefty chunk of health, although not like half, but you know, the deku. Is it when you make this shot, is this like a magic item, or is this just like something you're throwing? Do you have a slingshot?
It is my thing that I can spit.
You could spit it. Okay, wow, that's a fun.
It's the deck shot. It's the. I gotta.
Yeah,
It's
so
not
you
something properly, but yeah.
allowed pop can be heard throughout the battlefield as you shoot out this Deku shot at the foremost bokoblin. It gives a mighty thwack up against the bokoblin's head. It makes that noise as it's harmed. I'm doing weird monster noises.
No, I like it. I love it. I love it.
It's fantastic.
And
I love the smell.
absolutely recoiling in pain as your turn comes to an end, unless you have a bonus action. But I don't know quite how that works.
So.
I don't think so. Okay, cool. So we're going to move on. The next one, which this is the one all the way in the
Deku shot
back.
basically just like the how the Dekus would shoot Deku nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's literally that.
Cool. So he is going to have
The crunch of a Deku nut against its head.
he's going to have the frenzied dash, which increases his speed by 1/2 of his original speed, which is 30. So now he has 45 movement speed. He's gonna go from Yep, perfect. They have more than enough speed to get to Dorn, so they're going to move right up into that space, and they're going to make one club attack on you.
So that will have a -2 on it.
Stop.
Let me just see. Right, because you have defense up. So is a 6 enough to penetrate your armor?
No.
All right, yeah. So big old swing and a miss as it just absolutely swings wide right past you. You're way too trained to be overcome by something as sloppy and as boorish as this bokoblin, as its turn comes to an end. And we come to Tila. You have madness.
Yes.
You can admit. So here's how I work madness in combat. You can try to take actions, but I have a randomness. Essentially like a table where it's like you can attempt to make an action and then you roll a d6. If it's 1 and 2, you completely just biff whatever action you're trying to take. If you get 3 or 4, you get close, and if you get 5 or 6, you successfully complete the action hilariously by mistake. So if you'd like to take an action with Tila, you can, or you could just skip your turn if you'd like.
Yeah. So how companions work in this game is that Tila and Blue actually share an action pool.
Okay, so you're just gonna use Blue for the sake of. Okay, yeah, no, that works perfect.
Tila's just kind of like hanging off, and you know she's off of the Zora and just kind of like. So while Blue's
So for roll 20's sake, I'm just gonna skip past Tila then, and then that puts it on Blue's turn.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have Blue run up then, and he's going to come over, and the fairy's going to be focused on this monster. I'm targeting the fairy with this monster, and I'm sick. I just got raided, but yes.
Yes, I can see that. Hello.
Yes, I did raiders. Yes, but so what Blue is going to do is he's going to run up and he's going to try to take a big old chunk out of this bokoblin's face.
Hell yeah. So this is cool. You have to beat the armor class of 6, so roll to hit.
Yeah. 16.
16. I should have given these guys a higher armor class. Good.
Blue is a bit of a tank. So
yeah, so what's the damage on that?
Let's see. The damage
Blue might need to get nerfed.
We're considering it.
Yeah, Blue might need to get nerfed just a teensy bit. So it's weapon attack. I think Blue just gets a straight damage number. Dog's teeth, natural rank 2 natural dagger. So attack 7. I'm gonna attack
Rank 2?
Okay. And
Rank 2?
Hi.
Yeah.
You have 2 sheets
Um,
natural?
So 7.
Weapon attack
and
is weapon is plus combat. What's boost combat? 3. So
that bring it up to 10 or
no, the attack is 10, but I don't know if I add that plus 3 because blue is a monster. Is I guess this is to you, DM. Is it 10 or do I also add the combat?
It's a really good question.
I didn't read the companion rules because I didn't have a companion. I was just like, I got enough to read.
You know what? We're gonna rule as it's just a straight attack with no additives. So that's gonna be just 10 damage reduced to 4 by their armor. So that brings them to that much health. All right, and can Blue take any more actions?
Let's see. I think that's my movement and my my melee. So I think that's all I can do for this round.
Fantastic.
So yes.
All right, that wraps up Blue's turn, and now we get to the Bokoblins, who have all been waiting so very patiently. So starting with Bokoblin number 2.
They're so much more patient than they are in game.
Yeah. So he is going to use his normal 30 feet of movement.
Don't worry, they're gonna swarm us just like in game.
Don't tempt them.
Oh yeah, I expect as much.
The
Bokoblin is
will be
on
fixed soon.
Deku. Going to make a club attack. 1. With a will an 8 penetrate your armor class, Deku?
I have 4, so yeah.
All right, cool. So now we're rolling, or the damage off of that is -3, which, if I'm correct, with your 4 armor gets completely negated to 0 damage. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I made these guys way too weak. Okay.
You hit, but you don't hit.
So here's exactly what happens. This wooden club bonks you right on the side of your head, and you just hear this hollow thud. Like coconuts being knocked together. As just nothing happens, and you just tilt your head with this curious look of like, okay, nice try.
Good job, buddy.
And then Pokemon turn. Okay, they're gonna get slaughtered. He is going to use the frenzied dash action, which gives him 60 feet of movement, which means we're going to he is going all the way for the people in the back, because this is the smartest of the Bokoblins.
Okay.
Seeing the incomprehensible babbling child, it's going to make a swing on them. So,
the incountable
loaded dice. What do you mean I got double 1s again? Holy crap. Does a 7 hit Tila?
Let's see, it's against my versus
Holy
my
crap.
concentration.
Stats.
Wait, say that
Yeah,
again?
you can pick any of your.
Whatever your highest of the 3 stats that deal with it, because these are it just says roll to hit. It's not going against anything in
Advantage or
particular.
Vitality. So mine is. Jeez, where's the numbers?
They're at the top.
Oh, wait, so when they're rolling
your
to
HP,
hit,
SP, and MP.
Oh yeah, okay. So my evasion's 14. So
Another swing and a miss against a literal babbling toddler.
You guys just swing and then Tila just sits and goes,
I like the idea of you turn into one of those like blown up like men that do like the dance in the car parking lots. Like he swings and you just go. Like they can, for people on stream, they can see me in face cam, so they can see what I'm demonstrating here. You cannot, but just imagine somebody dodging like one of those car sales place, like blowed up men. But yeah, swing and a miss. These bokoblin are useless. Okay. Next up, we got bokoblin number 4. Bro is not going to take the frenzied dash action, but he does have enough space to get to Dorn. So we're just gonna boink right next to the other bokoblin. Don't fuck me. All right. 10. Does 10 pierce Dorn's armor class?
Nope. Sorry, boss.
Oh boy.
I got heavy armor. I took penalties for other things.
And the final bokoblin, they are going to take the frenzied dash action as one of the furthest away, and they are also going to try to go for Deku, seeing as their buddy just completely biffed their last attack. They did just walk near blue, so if you'd like to take an attack of opportunity spells,
I don't think this game has attack of opportunities.
Does it not?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no attack of opportunities.
It's mostly reactions to other things, like being hit.
Ah, well, that's beneficial to me.
And
yes,
us. It means we can actually
give my next turns.
Yeah.
So and
let me look.
Right, one more club attack.
Let me look at my cheat sheet.
Because if there's no attack of opportunity, I have an idea. So.
All right.
There's
finally
a few,
some good
that...
numbers.
Yeah.
9 plus 5 is 14. Does 14 pierce Deku's armor class?
Okay, so in this case, armor class would be concentration or evasion or vitality, right?
Yes.
Or is it actual? Okay, it does. It definitely does. It hits all of them, but I want to make sure that I knew which number.
Didn't we establish last time though that the damage wasn't enough? It's not.
Yeah?
It's not enough.
Well, my damage defense is full 4, so.
So once again, I don't know why I bothered doing this. These guys literally aren't strong enough to kill you. Any of you, in fact.
Just add a few numbers to the back. We won't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that their clubs do 5 damage now. So you take a scathing 1 point of damage as
no.
Another club bonks you on the head, and this time you feel a bit dizzy.
How rude.
Oh, yes, that actually does remind me of one of the rules. If you roll to hit and you hit, you always do 1 point of damage, no matter what.
Oh, okay. So then
You want
I
me to
guess
take one?
No matter what, if you succeed in hitting, you do at least 1 point of damage, no matter what.
all right. So I guess the only person who's taken damage so far would be Deku, though, because I think that's the only one that succeeded on the armor class. That is insanity. All right, yeah, cool. These guys have like a +5 to their weapons. I'm just rolling that bad.
Bud.
Anyway,
We'll kill us next time, don't worry.
so anyway, that wraps up that Bokoblin's turn. Just make sure to mark off those 2 hit points, Deku, and we're back to the top of the round with Rurin. What are we doing, Rurin?
Okay, hang on. I've got ideas. So again, you said there's no attack of opportunity?
Yeah, there's no attack of opportunity, so it does mean that you can step away without getting hit too.
Which works out for what my brain was like, I wonder if I can do that. Answer is yes, I can do this. I am going to pull Tila back 10 feet. And then the bokoblin that's in front of Tila, I am going to use Zola's fireball. I'm not gonna use my rod. I'm just gonna bump this guy with a fireball.
Okay, spells. I want your input on this.
All right.
So they're tugging Tila along. Would you think that requires an action to do that, or is Tila just kind of following along willingly? Like it's not so much pulling as much as it is guiding.
I think it's more guiding. Tila's at this point in time, Tila's just kind of following along and babbling and laughing at the bokoblin that tried to hit her. Being like,
Yeah, perfect. I wanted to double check that to make sure that we weren't doing too many actions on one turn. So yeah, you're casting fireball on this fucker. Roll to hit, please.
Hang on. Okay, let's not have my dice tray on an angle. It landed on a corner. Ooh. 9 to hit.
That hits. These guys don't have much. So what is the damage?
Your weapon and willpower. Okay, hang on. I don't actually know how to fully calculate the power on this. What do I roll for the what would I roll for damage on this one, guys? Which dice?
Good question.
Or do I just use my
hold on, let's look at the let's look up the spell itself. This is page 142 if I'm correct. 142 weapon plus willpower. So does the rod have a damage amount? The magic rod?
I would use my rod for that, which would be 5 attack. Yes.
5.
It's got
Okay.
5, and then my willpower is 5, so that'd be 10.
10 damage. Nice. All right. So going back to Mr. Bokoblin himself, he's going from that number to that number. He is not looking good. You grab Tila, pull them back, and with your free hand, you just kind of the rod materializes out of your inventory as you just like anime grasp it, point, and out comes that classic fish who knows a fireball spell.
Fireball.
It's so funny, but it shoots out.
I love a fish with a fireball.
Beautiful arcane fire that strikes the bokoblin almost as if it were a physical object and burns as the flames engulf him. It makes noises in deep pain as the fire burns. Not dead yet, but oh boy, he's not having a good time. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. Next up, we have Dorn. What's the deal, Dorn?
All right. So, as free action, I'm going to switch to my greatsword. And then try to, with its sweep ability, hit both of these guys.
Sweep. Okay.
Oh,
So that's the sweep ability. Just gives you the ability to hit 2 opponents at once.
Yes.
Correct. There's some things I can do more squares, but what I have is just 2 squares at the moment.
Okay. Perfect. Roll to hit.
It is 10.
10. That's more than enough to. I think if you're doing a sweep attack, do you have to roll separately for both of them, or?
You have to roll separately for every target of every attack, unfortunately.
Okay, yeah. So just go ahead, roll attack or roll to hit on both first, and then we'll figure out damage.
All right. So the first one is a 10.
Okay.
The second one is a critical, so it's a 12.
Oh, okay. So I actually don't know how crits work in this game. Is it like normal D&D where that's double the damage, or is it
you add
just
the
flat
weapon
modifier?
attack again.
Okay.
Yes,
So
you
then-
just double your weapon attack power.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So what is the power? Or actually, so yeah, what is the damage on this thing?
All right. So let's do guy number 1 first.
Okay. Is this the one in front of you, or is it the one in front of blue?
Let's say it's the one in front of me, just because that makes more
Sure. Okay.
physical sense.
And so, how much damage are we talking?
So that would be 11 points of damage just for the
Okay.
straight one.
Okay, so that's reduced down to 5 with their armor. Save, and then for the one that you crit on.
Unfortunately for you, boss, that's 18 points of damage.
Even if I reduce that down with their armor, it's more than enough to do them in. How would you like to do this?
We're just going to kind of hit the first one and
Okay.
knock it into the second one, which kind of makes it stumble a little bit, and then just that moment of weakness, just a critical wound across it.
Yeah, cool. So you take this mighty blade and do a nice sweep from left to right, cleaving through the first one, leaving a nice open gash. And the one that was bitten by the dog beside you before, you managed to cut clean through its throat. And this thing topples to the ground and turns into purple and black ichor and dust.
Nice.
As I am now going to drag him off screen. He's dead. So that is an incredible turn. And with that, we're going to move on to the next because you don't have any more actions, right? Unless you want to take
Not that I'm
movement.
going to take right now.
Okay.
But first, blood
so-
the owl.
Going to Deku. You are up. You got 2 fuckers in front of you.
Fuckers. Okay. I am just going to do Ray Slip, and I'm just going to turn my staff into another very spiky spaghetti fork, but this time it's just the magic isn't because I'm pulling from the brim of the wall. It's just magic.
Which one are you hitting? The one directly in front of you or the one to the right?
Yeah, I'll go for the one directly in front of me.
Sure.
And essentially shillelagh my staff. Not that that's how it works, but that's how it's flavored.
Okay. So just roll to hit.
Hit? Yeah, I have to hit their concentration, so...
Concentration. Okay. They don't have high concentration. This should be very easy for you.
Woo! Okay.
Nice.
I mean, they're literally dumb beasts. How high can their concentration really be?
Right.
Fair enough. I'm assuming it's still 2d6, and if I'm doing... Oh, it's willpower then?
Ooh, that is a good point. When you're aiming, it's a
It's
spell.
magic.
So yeah. So I
It's
think it would.
melee.
What does the spell say itself?
It says, roll to hit target's concentration. On success, target is off balance. And
Yeah, it's
range
weapon plus willpower, so 2d6 plus your
Okay.
willpower modifier. Literally all you have to do. You could hit double ones and still hit. So I don't even know why I'm having you roll.
Well, because chance
it's a
of crit.
good thing it wasn't much more than that, because it
There
was
is
a 2
always a
to
chance
1.
to crit. That is true. So, but so go ahead, give me those rolls. Let me know.
Is 7. It's a hit.
7 hits, no problem. What's the damage on that?
11.
All right, 11 reduced down to 5 because of their armor. They all have 6 armor, just for posterity. But and that
And the one in front of me is now off balance.
now off balance. That means it has what? What does off
No
balance?
reactions.
No reactions.
No reactions.
these guys, I know that they have a reaction, or I did create a reaction for them. But unfortunately, I have not been smart enough to use it, so you're really lucky. Anyway, all right, so that guy is off balance. He cannot use a reaction. Is that everything for your turn?
Yes.
Okay. So next up on the list, this is this guy died. Love that. So we're gonna remove him from the order. Next up, Tila. You and are you using the dog again?
Yes. Blue is in defense mode, and like I'm gonna just smack people. Although actually this one attacked them, so Blue's going to turn around, run this way to go bite this guy.
Yeah, sure.
Because how dare you attack my little Kokiri?
Is he still on fire? I mean, I don't know if he would have actually caught on fire.
I'll say that the magic kind of dissipated during the course of the other actions being had during this combat, so there are no more the dog's not going to get on fire. Holy crap, that took so much for me to say, and I didn't even say it correctly. But anyway, what is the dog doing?
So basically, Blue's turned around,
what the dog doing?
and you know Wolf Link going and just jumping on things to bite at it.
Oh yeah, and that weird animation where it's like every time he bites, he weirdly bounces on it. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. What's the roll to hit?
13.
That hits. What's the damage on that?
10.
Reduced down to 5. Still enough to kill. So that reduces him to 0. The dog hops up on this bokoblin, once again going straight for the throat. Very vicious people. Bites clean through his windpipe. It's making horrible guttural noises as it's no longer able to produce the beautiful pig noises it once did. It is proper dead as it bleeds out on the ground before once again that oh so familiar dust and ichor that evaporates into nothingness. Ganon's forces. Yeah. We're just gonna go ahead and remove him from the initiative order and remove him from the map. Holy crap, guys.
Yes. We just
Up
gotta
next,
throw some F's in the chat.
the
Bokoblin number 5.
What? F's? We win?
Holy
Yeah,
crap.
He didn't deserve that. He did nothing.
All right, Deku. Does 11 pierce your armor?
No, it does not.
Holy crap.
Okay, Twitch, can you stop being a pain in my ass?
This is the third time. Actually, no, this one is just a swing and a miss. The Bokoblin comes up to you. This time he's aiming for your head one more time, but instead of that familiar coconut bonk that we're so fond of, you just hear as it goes through your hair, but misses you entirely. Jesus Christ. Next up, we got the Bokoblin in front of the door, and they are not looking good. Let's see about this. All right. Is 14 enough to hit Dorn?
Let me double check for you, boss. Yes.
All right, here we go. That is 5 damage. What's your armor class?
8. I'm
So
sorry.
you take one hit point. Holy crap. Okay. I probably should just. Okay. I increased it from 3 to 5, and you guys still have too high armor class for me to damage you. What is this game?
I have heavy armor, to be fair. I think I probably have the highest defense of most people here.
All right. Seeing that this is not working, finally becoming smart enough to realize that this is just not going to work, this Bokoblin is like, all right, screw this. Let's go for the dog. So yeah, he has more than enough movement, so he's just going to pop right in front of the dog. And we're gonna roll on the dog. Does an 11 hit the dog?
Let me see. It's against the. No.
God.
No.
What is this dog made of?
What do you mean no?
Spite.
Titanium.
What are we feeding this thing? Okay. Well,
Really,
and
goblin.
there goes the Bocoblin's turns. Top of the round. We're back at it again with Rurin. What are we doing?
Did Blue just eat the Triforce of Courage? Like,
I mean,
I'm
Blue has a concentration of 12, an evasion of 14, and a vitality of 14, which is
We're
actually...
nerfing the dog. We're nerfing- Okay. Anyway.
I would like to point out the dog has no defense. So it takes
if you
straight
hit,
damage.
Yeah.
If I could hit it would take the damage. It would take the full damage.
Yes. And it's only got 20 HP, or 16 HP. So it's very
Anyway.
hard to hit, but...
That's the same as what I have.
It has twice as much as I have.
The dog is a beefy.
What is this dog? What are we feeding this dog?
The wolf is very beefy.
I mean, it's technically a large beast. It's
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't think
yeah,
you're supposed to
that's
have that at level 1.
Back to the combat, Ruin. What are we doing?
Rune's going to let go of Tila's hand for right now, just because
boy.
far enough away from potential danger, and it's going to move. That was a tap to here, and I'm going. Motherfucking piece of. The Twitch
You
app is
good?
giving me trouble.
uh-oh.
I am not
Okay.
able to keep my chat up, and it just keeps unexpected erroring me. Oh,
Good.
I'm going to throw Twitch.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
I'm
fair.
going to pick Twitch up and I'm going to yeet it.
Throw it at the goblin. You know, aim.
I can use. I can use the my rod to be able to just like smack the goblin over the head, right?
You can do a
Huh?
basic attack that is just magic.
Yeah, it would just be basic.
That doesn't
Yeah.
qualify. But it
Yeah,
is.
that's something. I don't want to use another spell at the moment.
All right, so let's see. So actions, basic
'Cause
attack.
I've got a rod. I've got my rod, but then I've got a boomerang.
It's so
Yes,
okay. So
it's
that
under
would be
ranged attacks.
ranged attacks. To
Yes,
smack-
the magic
Wait,
itself.
wait. To smack someone with a rod?
Oh, you can hit somebody with it, I'm sure, physically. But if you can use your willpower instead of combat, which I
Yeah.
imagine you would prefer.
I didn't know that. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
it's
So
basically
you're
your
really
spellcasting
in my head.
focus.
I apologize.
Yeah, no, the rod is basically
you're
your
good.
spellcasting focus that you can also smack people with.
That's why I've been using my staff as a shillelagh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Magic
So,
salvo is basically like a cantrip.
so you're gonna smack somebody with a rod. Roll to hit with willpower. I don't think you can miss, to be honest. You'd
18 to hit.
yeah, okay. Is that no, it's not a crit. You'd be what, 19? No, 17. Actually, wait, hold on. Did you what? Wait a
My
minute.
Roll
Wait
a 12.
The highest you
Wait a
can
minute.
roll with the dice is a 12, and then you have
I rolled a
what's your
20 on that one, sorry.
I was
20 on that one. Right
Yeah, no,
Oh.
2d6.
it's like you. How did you do more damage than you
Sorry.
can physically? How did you roll higher than you can physically roll?
Sorry. Brain is not all here.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, so
11.
11. That's more than enough. What's the damage on that? Is the question.
The rod does 5, and then if I'm using willpower, that's another 5.
So that's 10
it's just
reduced by no. If it's would that be if you're smacking someone with the rod? Would that be damage plus the willpower, or would that just be the damage?
I think if you're physically using it as a weapon, it's combat.
Yeah, it's
But
combat.
if you're using it as a
Okay,
magical
that's 6
focus,
altogether.
which is a ranged attack, which is willpower.
Okay, so
I'm not
you're.
far enough back to do a ranged, I don't think.
So what's the total damage again?
6.
6. Okay. Even though technically it would be reduced to 0, we always do 1 point if you hit, so that's 1 point of damage with their armor. And anything else for your turn?
Nope.
All right. Next up, we got Dorn. You got a pretty fucked up looking guy in front of you.
I think he's gonna hopefully look a little bit more fucked up in about 2 seconds.
I love that idea.
I'd like to hit him again, please.
Hell yeah, roll to hit.
So, too many tabs. So
Oh,
that
you're
is
so
going to
clean.
be a 12 to hit.
12 will hit. What's the damage?
Milo,
All
maybe I
right.
can't get my
That
leg on
is
the bed.
going to be
Thank you. Come here. Come here.
is 11.
So clean.
11 damage reduced to 5 with armor. That brings him down to 1/3 of his health. He is looking pretty chipped up. You slash him again. He now has a big fucking X over his chest from the 2 slashes you've given him. Like noises of horrible pain, because ouch. And yeah, anything else for your turn, or?
I believe that's it for right now, champ. Thank you.
All right, Deku, you are up.
All right.
Alright, Twitch on my phone is just being homophobic. It's not cooperating.
How rude. Guess I just.
I'm very scared that the majority of the bokoblins will be dead by the end of this round.
I mean, that's not such a bad thing. We've been going for about 4 hours now.
Oh wow! Holy
Yeah,
crap!
we've been going for a while.
Damn. I was wondering why I was starting to hit a wall. Just no, I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna hit it with my staff.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, all right. I'm assuming since it's not a spell and I'm just smacking the shit out of a bokoblin in front of me, is it just oh wait.
For roll to hit, I think we just determined you can use willpower on the roll to hit, but then the damage is combat. We really need to work this out.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay, cool. Then roll to hit is so it's 8 plus my willpower.
You already hit. You're good. You hit. What's the damage?
Beautiful. Well, if I'm just doing the combat, then it won't. It will be that is 7 plus combat is 2, so 9.
9 minus 6 is 3. This is actually the bokoblin who is untouched so far, so he's not doing the worst. You go ahead and just jab your normal spellcasting focus into him. Just a kind of very like subdued reaction, not doing a whole lot of damage. Anything you'd like to do movement wise, or is that it for your turn?
I will stay here, so that way the Bokoblin doesn't attempt to keep going farther, since I at least have one of their attention still.
Hell yeah.
And then the actual tanks have the other two. So.
LOL. All right, so that's the end of your turn. Now, Tila, you have been left unsupervised.
Mhm,
so you
yeah,
have
sure
the
have.
opportunity to do something really funny here, but it's your choice.
Tila's absolutely, now that she's just, gone off, no one's watching her. She's just gonna be like, oh, yup, just starts waving at everybody.
Incredible.
Love it.
Since that technically just counts as movement, you technically still have an action if you'd like
Yes.
to attack with the wolf.
Yeah, so Umi's like,
frantically
targeting
trying
this
to.
guy. Actually, no,
Okay,
you're all
Umi's-
right. Umi's flying back, going, no, not that way, not that way, no. So,
LOL.
Abort!
Sit down, please. That's really funny.
Abort mission!
and meanwhile, Blue's just going to try to take a bite out of this guy's face.
He's not looking too hot. Depending on how well you roll, you might kill him. So give me that
14.
roll to hit.
14.
That hits. What's the damage?
10.
All right, not enough to kill him, but he is looking pretty bad. That's 4 damage with his armor, so that brings him from. He's on a third of his health. Tila jumps on him once again, taking a sizable chunk out of his torso. It's pretty gruesome to look at. He's not looking very hot. Screaming in pain. Pretty nasty. Anything else for your turn, or you
Nope,
use
that is their
movement and
actions.
action? No. All right. This guy, he cannot hit Deku, so he's going for Tila. Now that Tila is in range, we're going to roll to hit. There's a 14 hit Tila's armor class.
Tila's got a 14. It's even. So
Is meets it beats it, or is it? Is that how this meter beat? Okay. So this is damage time. 5 damage, but I suddenly realized that your armor class is higher than the damage amount, so you take 1
actually,
damage.
I want to deflect.
Oh. Okay.
I have a sword and a shield. I'm going to attempt to deflect. So what do I have to
All right.
roll?
So since you have the madness effect, we wrap back around to this attempt where you're going to take a d6. On a 1, you don't even get the shield up. On a 1 or 2, you don't even get the shield up. On a 3 or 4, you're close, but it manages to beat the shield. And on a 5 or a 6, you manage to parry or deflect. So what was the, or just roll a d6 and let me know.
3.
That's a 3. So you have just enough awareness in this moment to realize you're being attacked. You reach behind you, bring the shield up, but you have it at a weird angle because you don't have your bearings, and it bounces off the shield into your head for 1 point of damage. You're fine.
Sobs.
Aw, that's sad.
Oh goodness. Sorry.
Yeah, no, sobs and then immediately.
Seeing that this actually did some damage for the first time ever, this Bokoblin is very happy and does a little jig like very happy at the fact that he hit you. Also very noticeable to the other party members. Wink wonk. Moving on, next Bokoblin. The one in front of Dorn. That's not hitting your armor class. Swing and a miss. Next Bokoblin. The one in front of Blue. Swing and a miss. God damn it.
I love how the Bokoblins gave up on me. They were just
All right.
screw this. You're a chunk of wood.
The turns are already over. We're back at the top of the round. Rurin, how are we doing? What's up next?
I'm going to.
Oh boy.
I can use a ranged attack with my rod, correct?
Correct, I think.
As a basic? Correct.
How does it
However, there are
work?
some-
That's what I want to do. I'm thinking it's probably going to work
Okay.
like how when you fuse a gem onto a rod. At least that's what my brain imagines.
Okay, I
yes.
think I understand.
Would you like me
the
to read it
idea.
out for you? Because I have it here.
Yes, please.
All right, I got it right up for you.
MVP Owl for knowing the rules.
That's because I have my cheat sheet. It might not make sense to anybody else, but it makes sense to me. So, all right. So, under projectile attack, a magic salvo using a rod or staff. It is a ranged projectile. It depends if your thing is one-handed, which I imagine a rod would be.
Yeah.
So you could have a projectile with a range of 6 squares, and the damage is your weapon plus your willpower. However, similar to D&D, where you have disadvantage on things if you're adjacent to an enemy in melee. If a foe is adjacent to you, then all foes have hard to hit. So essentially, you just subtract 2 from your to hit. Because you're under
because
pressure.
the goblin's adjacent to me, if I move to this spot right here, then I wouldn't have the hard to hit, correct?
Where are you attempting to move? I don't see it.
Right below Deku.
No,
Still
he's
within 5
adjacent.
feet. You can't be the 8 squares that surround him. You can't be in any of those.
You can't be touching
Oh,
enemy.
okay, so no.
You could go 1 square to the right, though.
Yeah. You
There has to
you
be
could go
opportunity
here.
attacks in here. Otherwise, why even have this rule?
Yeah, that's really weird.
That's fine where I'm at.
We're missing something, but we'll deal with it.
See, so I got a 7 to hit, but you said because of being in range, so I'm going after the one that's going to be a -2 to hit.
You look out for a second. Which one are you aiming for?
The one in front of Tila.
So yeah, that would be a -2. So you said you got 7. That bring it down to 5.
Yes.
And if that's the case, then for once, you guys actually missed their armor class, and so whatever range attack you shoot out, shoots out light speed. Well, not actually light speed, but like lightning speed, and then just right by its head as it skitters off into Hyrule Field. And that, if that is your action, any movement you want to take?
Wait, were you casting a spell? Or
No, I was just using the rod, like, when you have that with a gem attached to it, you just kind of swing it and it throws out the ball of magic. That's what I was doing.
oh, okay.
I was shooting as a
Yeah.
projectile. To try and keep Tila at least from wandering any further into danger, I'm going to at least come over to Tila and, take her hand again.
Okay.
I
Take her
think
hand.
you can
so
keep moving.
They can't wander further!
Yeah. So,
So
And
long
that's
as you
your turn,
haven't
right?
used your
I wasn't gonna
full
move any
movement, I think you
further.
can keep moving.
yeah, because we did determine in like earlier round that you technically can, as long as Tila's not actively fighting you, you could, theoretically drag them away from this bokoblin. And there's no opportunity attack, so
Would
it's kind of a
Tila
win-win.
Would Tila be fighting if Ruin were to try and pull them back?
No, she's kind of like halfway between like crying and making angry noises at the bokoblin that hit her. So she's
Aw.
so no, she's not gonna resist. She's gonna stumble a lot, but she's not gonna resist.
Ruin's gonna pull Tila back towards Blue. Like, hey, look.
Let's go to the
there's
double
Ghelfi!
Who is so good at killing for no reason. All right, with that being movement and action, your turn is over. Back to Dorn. Let's see if you can kill this guy this time, Dorn.
Yep,
Or unless you want to do
this
something
guy.
different. Unless you.
No,
So.
I think Tila's mostly situated for the moment, so we could be good.
Okay. So.
I love how he's just saying, shit, okay, is Tila safe? Yeah, Tila's safe. Okay, we're good.
All right. Roll to hit.
All right, so that's not my best. That is only a 7 to hit.
It's still enough. Roll damage. Or not roll damage, but tell what's damage.
Yeah, I always want to reach for my dice for the damage part, but it's flat. It's 11.
Which is enough. Yeah, so you finally, after having cleaved 2 big lines into an X on this thing's torso, it stumbles back a bit, and then it goes for one more charge towards you, and you just plunge your sword straight in and straight out, right through its heart. And the body hits the ground, ichor and dust. Once again, this bokoblin is the die. Which one is it? So we're gonna delete him from the initiative order, take him off the screen. You killed another guy. Good job. Any movement?
All right, I am going to move to this guy now to put some pressure on him.
Fantastic.
And
Has anybody
why
actually
not?
taken any significant damage in this fight so far? That wasn't one of the enemies.
No.
I have taken 2.
Not that I'm aware of.
I have 1
I
point
have
of
lost
damage.
like 1/4 of my health. But, you know, it's not
I just
bad
gotta
at all.
pull up that one TikTok dog meme of like the like that. That's me right now. Anyway, all right. So, any other actions, or you are, or is your turn complete?
Yeah, I'm gonna do.
Oh.
I'm gonna do one thing.
Sure.
So I'm going to use one of my feats, which is the Commander's Call, and I'm going to allow Rurin, if you want, to move with Teal an additional 3 squares.
Damn.
So
Okay,
reposition-
During your
Additional 3
turn,
squares.
or is this just added on to their base movement?
no, this happens during my turn.
Okay.
Um,
oh shit!
I got a lot of these weird ones that happen on my turn.
Okay. So,
I'll be blocking people.
take a movement if you'd like. Ruben.
I'm gonna pull Tila back on. I'll pull Tila back over here. Try and get a little further out of range of that one bokoblin.
Very nice. Well, and that's definitely gonna be the end of your turn, because if you had any more actions, I'd start asking questions. So up next, we got Deku.
I can do it.
Alright, I am going to.
I got Tila far enough away, but
I think I'm just gonna put a Deku shot at one by the wolf.
The one by the wolf. All right, roll to hit.
Dice. Sorry, I have no clue if you can hear the the heavy panting of the German, the Saint Bernard just being needy.
Yes, a bit.
I could hear
It's just
generalized background noise, but I couldn't discern what it was.
Yeah, no,
Here's
I
a dog whining a little bit.
yeah,
It's
that's
just
her.
blue.
Mhm.
It's just blue
It's
today.
I mean,
All
I love the idea
background
that
dog
they're-
noises are
Big
officially
dog,
just
so
blue.
that's-
there's. Do all of you have dogs?
I have one, yeah.
I do.
All of you have dogs. So everyone has their own blue.
Also,
Yeah, this
also
one
give
happens to be-
Kyrie love from me.
I will.
Please.
He's currently asleep.
Yay!
Probably closest.
Damn it!
Unless somebody
That
has
is so funny.
sit regard. Okay, so I got 8 plus something to hit.
It's more than enough. What's the damage?
Okay. It's 11.
11?
Yes.
He's dead.
Nice.
This Macablin gets a shot that is a little faster than normal as it just pierces straight through his chest like a fucking bullet. He is proper
I
dead.
shot my glasses for
He is a dead guy. He does not exist on the mortal plane anymore. Ichor and dust, purple and black. Gross. And there's only one guy left. Any movement or
Gross.
No. No.
nope. All right. Tila, you are currently being handheld. Does this mean that Tila does not have agency this turn and we're just going wolf, or
Yeah, I mean, Tila's basically Umi's on the bokoblin that hurt her, going, "How dare you!" And while Tila's just making angry babbling noises, like and shaking her fist. Well, all the while Blue's running up to come give this bokoblin a very bad time.
fantastic. Hick his ass, dog.
Goblin hurt.
Roll to hit. It wasn't even a lot of damage. It was 1 hit point.
That doesn't matter.
All right,
Anyway.
so 14
Yeah, that does it. That'll do it.
and 10 damage.
All right, 10 reduced to 4 because of their armor class, but they're actually they're above half, at half. Potato. They're fine. Not great, but not dying. But
Right.
dog comes in, bites at the leg. As the pain sears up its body, it is not having a good time. One could say. Moving on to its turn, it is going to take this is the one ability that I keep forgetting to use that would probably have been super useful towards the beginning. He's going to take the frenzied reaction. We're going to go ahead. Finally, good fucking dice. 11 plus 5 is 16. He gets to hit anybody who's within 5 feet of him, as it is a spin attack.
I am so glad I didn't listen.
So, he's hitting both the wolf and Dorn.
Okay.
Which
good.
this is 12 damage.
Oh!
Understood.
The dog doesn't. Does the dog have any armor?
No.
So yeah, the dog is taking 12 damage, and Dorn 12 minus whatever your armor.
8.
What is? Yeah, so that's 4. 4 to Dorn. It's then going to move towards Tila because it's a vengeful little fuck. Actually, does it have enough movement for that? Yes. Okay. It's a petty little bitch, and he's right in front of Tila, and that ends his turn.
Wait, with the reactions, do you have to roll to hit on a reaction?
It's called a frenzy reaction, but it's actually just an action.
Oh.
It's a flavored text name.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Oh,
It's
okay.
actually just an action. Sorry for the confusion. But yeah, it's actually just an action.
Okay, then can I try to parry that then?
With the dog?
Yeah, the
You
dog.
have a
Yeah.
defensive weapon?
And the dog?
Yeah, so the parry says that you need any melee weapon except defensive weapons or hands, and the dog's teeth count as a melee weapon.
Okay, yeah, all right, before he moves, we're gonna put him back here. how does reactions work? Is that
It just reduces damage.
Yeah, it reduces it damage.
So,
Yeah.
you have to roll for that reducement, or is it just a straight reduce?
It just has it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It just has it, and you can't do it again.
Yeah.
We're gonna put him back here. Have that's 6 damage towards the dog. A
Yeah,
lot
so-
less than it originally was.
Yeah, because originally that would have brought Blue down to 4 health.
Hey, you know what? It was the one time I actually did damage to any of you fuckers.
The DM have fun.
Literally,
The DM gets some
you
cards,
all walked away from this nearly completely unscathed.
I mean,
got it.
Blue's still
My
hurting a
coconut,
lot.
that's
That was
about it.
almost half Blue's HP in one hit.
Incredible. Finally, some good fucking damage. Anyway, so that ends his turn. Rurin, you're up. You can for movement's sake, you can act and move through an allied space. So if you wanted to attack, you don't have to worry about potentially hitting Tila.
Okay.
Or you could run.
I'm debating on going to heal Blue or just attacking this one goblin.
Go kill Blue, yeah.
Hold on. Oh, your side did not come through clear, and it's like go kill Blue.
Yes, you said that.
Wait, I don't
Yes.
kill him.
That's what you said!
Yeah, you said don't kill
You
Blue.
attack Blue or attack this motherfucker, and we were all like, "Wait a minute, attack the
I
dog."
was saying go heal Blue. I want to heal Blue. I'm
Put it out of
sorry.
his misery.
No.
Some
gonna go up
variation
to-
of healing.
I'm gonna
Anyway,
go up to stand right here. So Tila would be up here between Deku.
you're dragging Tila with you.
Dorn.
Okay. So now the Bokoblin is
Yes.
alone.
Getting them away from that. And then I'm going to use.
I see that line,
yourself.
and I see the line.
So that would be. How do I use?
What are you talking about?
Mifa's Grace, page 138. Oh god. Why did I close out of the book when I needed that up for Mifa's Grace? Can we just
Yeah.
agree Sunny is really not awake apparently?
Yeah, once we get past this combat
Alright.
encounter, we're gonna call it just because all of us sound exhausted.
Yeah, we've been going for a while.
Yep,
It's what,
usually not my limit with
138?
life, so.
138, okay. Almost done, I promise. I got it.
No, you're good.
Like, I actually
Yeah,
have to,
good.
like, lean to the side. I'm laying down while doing this because I don't have an actual desk. Okay, cost up to willpower times 4. So, does that mean it's my willpower is 5, so that'd be 5 times 4, or what? Would, how do cast?
So basically what you do is you decide how much magic you want to put into this. And you can use
Okay.
all the way up until whatever your willpower times 4 is. So 20.
So 20.
Yeah, so you can use up to 20 magic points for this.
Which I'm currently at 17.
And
But I shouldn't need to use too much.
yeah, but this will bind the magic
Sounds like
though.
which is
So
0 health. Oh wait.
yeah.
The next time target reaches 0 HP, burn the magic bound to the spell. The target is set to prone, instantly revived, and healed. Oh, okay. Never mind. This. Okay, so that's actually not something I can use.
Yeah, it's like
So
a pre-res. So
instead-
basically if it looks like somebody's going to die, you can use it to you cast it on them, and then if they die, you can bring them. They're automatically brought back to life.
Ow! Did you have to do that, sir? That hurt. Ow! Would you quit?
We're getting attacked in and out of game.
It's
But yeah, basically it's
roll for initiative.
yeah, basically you're giving somebody a fairy.
Okay, I'm gonna instead use Fairy's Light Target regains health equal to willpower divided by 2. It's not a big heal, but I'm going to use that on blue, and 5 divided by 2, I'd say what? That's basically just make it 2, I guess.
We round up in this game,
Yes.
I believe, so that'd be 3.
Okay. Blue gets 3 hit points back.
Yay! Blue kind of like, straightens a little bit, gives himself a bit of a shake. Back to growling.
I just give Blue a little bit of a scratch behind the ear with that heal, and then just, I'm good with my turn.
All right.
Scratches.
And this is adorable. Anyway, Dorn, you're up.
Ruin is being very, like, maternal at the moment, because she's in the I must protect Tila because I don't want her getting hurt, but also puppy. So I apologize.
Pepper, who's a who just got schmacked?
Not to apologize for.
Ruin's probably gonna end up being like Team Mom at this rate. I apologize. She's
I'm gonna let you know now. If you roll well enough, aka get a crit, he's dead. If you don't, probably not. But that's, not a huge concern. It's one of these guys who have been dying in droves. But anyway, so go ahead, roll me damage for whatever. Actually, what did you want to start? I was saying that as if I already knew what you were going to do. You might do something completely different. What do you want to do, Dorn?
I am
Lay
going
down
to do
and
something
die.
slightly different.
Ooh, slightly different.
And it's not lay down and die.
Good, I'm glad.
I'm going to try to induce the other guy to do that. But I'm going to use a technique. I'm going to use jump attack. And so I don't need to roll to hit. It hit.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that was a thing.
It's going... Yep. It costs a lot to do this. And it is also going to do 13 points of damage.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, you were so close. You were so close. 13.
I'm sorry. You were shoving me off the bed.
You would not believe me if I told you he had 1 hit point left.
Oh.
I would, because I know how it goes.
That
But
is just
there's a few other folks waiting for a
crazy.
turn.
Anything else? I think that counted as an action. I'm assuming. Do you have anything else?
That is my. Let's see. I get all of my stamina back after this. Is anyone in range for this? Oh yes, I can do this. Evil laughter. Since I basically built a battle master fighter.
Okay.
I can try to get Ruin. I can use another. Because why not? Another technique.
Okay.
This one is Call to Arms. So somebody can do a basic follow-up attack on any ally that I have any foe that I've just hit. So
Is this
Ruin
in
can
turn?
do projectile. Yep, it's within my turn. I get to command my ally.
You hit him. What are you hitting him with?
I'm actually going to, instead of using my my rod, I'm gonna actually pull out my Zora Boomerang, which is apparently a pierce weapon, and it does 5 damage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Nice.
Both of my ups to 5, so.
Yeah, so you're
use the other weapon finally.
You're throwing the boomerang at this guy?
Yep.
In probably one of the funniest and most anticlimactic ways that this battle could end, Dorn comes in with a mighty, or I'm sorry, a jump. I forgot what it was. Comes in with a jump, bringing this great sword down, flashing through its torso, a mighty gaping wound left from this powerful attack. And then Roran, she calls to the fish lady, and Roran, reading the cue, reaches into their satchel, and without even fully pulling it out, throws the boomerang right on his big fucking forehead as he just hits the ground with a good thud. Ichor and dust, black and purple, and he's gone.
Nice.
My friends, you have defeated all of the enemies. They are dead. And with that being said, combat is now over. You guys have successfully won the day.
Nice.
Woo! Good job, guys.
That was awesome.
Super fun. That was super fun. And with that, we're also going to call the session there. I think it's a really good ending point. Super fun. Thank you so much. This could not have happened without you. It was super amazing. You guys all gave your all. Thank you to Spells for introducing the game mechanics. Thank you to Owl for being our guy in the chair as far as these mechanics actually go. You were really running interference on everything we needed whenever we had to make a check for something. I really appreciate that. And for Echoes and Sunny, wonderful RP moments. Hilarious.
I'm sorry, I keep asking so many questions.
No, it's perfect. This is exactly what this session was for. I'm super grateful. And just thank you all so much. This was so much fun.
Yeah, and thank you to the DM for making this game and running
putting
it
everything together.
Oh.
Like Mil,
Doing all the hard work.
I just had the idea and I was like, hey, what if this would be a funny idea? You ran with it. Like, hands down, you ran with it. You were doing amazing.
Well, thank you. But I'm just super grateful to y'all because this was awesome. But with that being said, we are done for tonight. I know that Sunny and Spells are looking to end their streams, and Echo and Owl, you might have commitments or just a bed to get to. So
Mil, you need to go to bed. Speaking of,
actually,
sleep.
Fun fact, I'm streaming in like an hour and a half, but
No,
Millia.
I'm fine. I got 4 hours after
What are you streaming?
after showering.
Are you doing something simple?
It's just like Zelda, yeah.
Okay. Double Zelda day.
Yeah, it's a double Zelda day. But again, thank you to all of you. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
So now to close all these tabs.
Yeah, and everyone who's in the stream, go check out Millia Loft and Sunothu streams.
Oh, hands down. I do know. Everybody go check out Mil. Go check out Mil, not me. Go check out Mil.
Go check out Mil.
Also, Spells, I'm so sorry. Ruin's been just kind of dragging Tila around.
Oh no, it's hilarious.
No, I cannot let this child get hurt.
No, it's absolutely hilarious. This is one of the fun parts about playing a small child, is that ow!
I'm adjusting, sir.
This was the messiest thing I've ever seen in a D&D game. Like, the other campaign I'm running currently, just for context, is a very plot-focused game. And so there's a lot of heavy RP moments. It's very serious. This was so freaking silly. Oh my god. I loved every second of it.
I can't believe the Twin Robo Crown, though. Just, oh my god.
That went so well. I was so happy because I saw that crown and I was like, oh, the child needs to put it on.
I
literally.
I want you to know the madness effect idea was something I thought of on the spot. I was just like,
so
what's gonna happen when they put this
so
shit
happy you did.
And it was
very funny.
in the entire session.
It's glorious. All right, I'm gonna go end my stream real quick, and then if y'all are still in chat, I'll come say hi. But I will otherwise.
Bye, Spell stream, and also bye, Sunny stream.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
All right. So we are back. Because Owl did that subscribe, I'm going to go ahead and we're gonna just can for you because y'all are awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out today in this unusual stream. Like I said, this will be a once a month thing. Today was just none of today was actually like canon to what we will be doing. It was very much we're trying to figure out the system, we're trying to learn how to play it, but I still had a ton of fun. I still got to really, really enjoy playing Tila, Umi, and Blue. That was amazing. Thank you everyone who hung out. Thank you, Owl, for the subscribe, and thank you to Best Bean for the raid earlier. I appreciate all of y'all. We're gonna go find if y'all want to do stream winner, go ahead. If you want to be a stream winner, it's very simple, it's very easy. All you gotta do is put, we'll say Millia, because to celebrate our DM today. Put Millia in the chat if you would like to. If you don't have to, though, lurkers make the world go round, and anyone who's been chatting the last 10 minutes only is automatically entered as stream winner. So while y'all are entering on stream winners, I'm gonna go and find someone for us to raid, and get this going off. Let's see, where do we want to go? Yuko Haku's playing Final Fantasy 14. Oh, Kuma. Kuma's playing, Kuma's doing a special event, so why don't we'll go say hi to Kuma with the special event. So that's who we will raid. For those of you who are on the YouTube side and who would wish to raid, you can go ahead and drop the here's where we're going to be going. All you have to do is say spells raid, but otherwise I forgot. No, we're doing stream winner first. I'm a little bit tired. We've been going for a while, but I don't think anyone's chatted in the last 10 minutes. I'm gonna press the button anyways, and if not, then stream winner. Yeah, all right. Yeah, stream winner goes to Millia and Sunny. They are today's stream winners. And otherwise, like I said, thank y'all so much. This has been really, really fun. I'm going to get this raid set up though. So not shout out, raid. We're raiding Kuma. I know what I'm doing. I know my own commands. If you're a subscriber, then here is your raid message. If you're a spell slinger, this one's yours. I will see y'all on, what is it today? Sunday? I will see y'all Wednesday. But until then, this is Spells, signing out.